Okay, this is Aaron again with Exalted Lamb 1, and I have, oh man, my latest video here. I am so stoked to share this with you. This has been a lot of work. A lot of work for a couple weeks, including research and all kinds of stuff. And I am so happy to bring this because I really think I finally got it. The numbers make sense like they never have. But again, we'll see. But I'm gonna, I'm approaching this like a prosecutor. If you've ever seen any of the court shows or whatever, or movies where the prosecutor says, I'm going to prove or attempt to prove. So I'm going to attempt to prove this, and the proof is in the pudding on the 9th and 10th coming up in February. So, but I'm excited about this. So I'm going to get right to it. This is going to be my most comprehensive video ever. There's going to be a lot of good stuff in the whole thing, so watch the whole thing. If you need to speed it up, go to the little arrow underneath the video or whatever you have to be able to, or wherever it is. It depends on your screen, I guess. To be able to, you can go and speed it up, or you can slow it down if I'm too fast for you. However you want to do that. But so this is going to be close to 2 hours, or maybe even more, because I have the most slides I've ever had. So we'll see how it goes. But I'm going to get right through this. This is phenomenal stuff here, and again, I'm going to start explaining the code and how this works. I think I've finally nailed this thing. So here we go. So again, I want to say Exalted Lamb 1, this is my Telegram channel, just as well as my YouTube channel, the Exalted Lamb 1. I am having no part of the worthless deeds of darkness, but instead exposing them. Ephesians 5:11. It's kind of funny that the first attack day basically is a code for 5:11, and my birthday, my daughter's birthday, actually all my children's birthdays, and my wife's birthday, all of us have some kind of code of 5:11, which is ultimately going to be, I believe, and I think I'm going to prove it, but we'll see. Again, I'll do the best I can, that it's this Valentine's Day. So the being 214, so 11 is 2, 1 plus 1 is 2, and then 5 is hidden by 1 and 4. So but I'm not a part of this. I don't do gematria and stuff. As I've said many times, I use it to expose what they're doing. And the Lord Jesus has taught me over time how to use these different things like gematria to understand what they're doing, their timing, details about what they're going to be doing here as well. So we get right into that here right away here. So as I've shared with the last couple of videos, I'm looking at the turn of the year. When is that? Because I've been seeing, like, for examples here, lily, apple, bunny. I mean, even I don't have it right here, but even exit and deer. Even though this is also a stag. This is multiple layers, multiple meanings for all this stuff, of course. But all these things were 22, 23, 22, 23, 22, 23. And I was getting that's the year 22 transitioning into year 23, from 2022 to 2023. Okay, so then, and I've added another one, more actually. George Bush's name is one of those as well, and he's in this video. This Vine here, Vine is 2223. So I'm super convinced, my understanding about this now is this, whatever the transition is from the real transition from 22 to 23. So the options was it Gregorian? Was it Chinese? Obviously it's not Chinese. I thought it could be Chinese because we're dealing with the year of the water rabbit. We're definitely in the year the water rabbit's going to happen, but what year we're looking at. So I'm very convinced now, because now that, I understand that the elites, their main main calendar is the Roman calendar, because it's off by 2 months to the Gregorian. And there's a lot of symbolism of those, the differences there and everything. But before I do that, this is a huge thing too that I shared before, was this apple is between the 6 and the upside down 23. So 6, the Lord's been showing me over this last year, 6 represents 2 plus 2 plus 2, and then 23 represents 2023. Okay, and I'm just getting that. This is based on. Also, I'm not saying A plus B equals C. I'm saying A plus B plus C plus D plus E plus F plus G plus H plus I J K L M N O P equals G, and go back through the alphabet a few times. That's why it equals this. I'm not one of those people on YouTube that says, oh, because this date is this, and this happened this, and this star aligned with this, that this is the rapture date. I mean, that's, to me, that's absolutely silly. Why would I believe that? And plus, I have a track record of predicting things accurately, even and hundreds of times symbolically on the exact day. So, that shows you that my system and what the Lord's showing me there's some validity to it of some kind. Okay, so. And I'm eventually going to get there. I just am, and we'll see if we've gotten there this time. I think this is phenomenal. I really understand the numbers like I never have. Okay, so the apples be dropping the first day between 2022 and 2023, right here, right in between these two right here. And there's a number of other things like I shared. That the transition, and then it's the year within the year, the Chinese year of the rabbit, and specifically water rabbit. We're in water now, and we were in water tiger, and now we're in water rabbit as of the 22nd of January. So. And that wasn't the transition. I thought that could be relatively the transition. Now when I found this, I was stunned. This stunned me. I couldn't believe I didn't find it. I don't know why that's not centered. Oh, it isn't. Okay, so the 23rd day of February, Romans always reconcile the difference between calendar and solar year lengths during the month of purification. Again, the reason for Valentine's Day is really Lupercalia, it's purification, it's all kinds of sick stuff, and that February is going to be a purifying of the world to bring in the Antichrist. Okay, so that's why this is another massive thing. I've visited February almost pretty much each year. I've been doing this for 4+ years because it's massive polls. Now I finally found this. I did a bunch of research that the Lord was leading me to, and I finally found this. I couldn't want to believe this, that the 23rd of February is traditionally the last day of the year on the Roman calendar, and then it's changed. It's been altered in different ways, and then we're on the Gregorian, and as far as the masses and all that. This is crazy. So the 23rd day is the last day of the transition from 2022 to 2023. So we have, essentially we have here, and the Lord really put this in my mind, we have two sets of 23 chromosomes. It's a twin birth. Like I said, it was a birth of the man-child into heaven, based on the Revelation 12 sign. And that was coming, a sign of the faithful in Christ being born into heaven. At the same time, the Antichrist is born on earth, basically, to rule the earth for a certain amount of time, 42 months and all that. But it was a total of 7-year tribulation. I'm going to get into all the tribulation details. I just won't. I'm just going to get into this 14/16 days. That's basically right in between. Okay, and I'm going to also explain the 88 too, which I finally understand. I understand all these numbers completely now, I think, and the relationships to these things. I'm so blown away. I can't wait to get to it. So again, two sets of 23 chromosomes is 223. February 23rd, and then two sets of 23 chromosomes for the other birth is 2023 to make it February 23rd, 2023 is the last day on the Roman calendar, and that's the twin birth. Okay, that's when the man-child goes up to heaven on that day, and then when the Antichrist is revealed to the world, and it's the 23rd/24th, and all my days are 2-day periods, as I've shared for about 4+ years, because of we have time zones all the way around the world, so you can be in 2 different days and any one event happen. Also, you can have one day happen, or 24-hour period happen within 2 days. There's a number of reasons for all that, and that's the way kind of God looks at it in certain ways. I mean, if you notice Israel, when they change their day, it's at sunset. And that so it's kind of like the middle of the day there in a sense too. So their days stretch in between our normal days. So there's a number of reasons why each day is 2 days. So 23/24 is basically the last day. Okay, let's keep going. This is just incredible. So this is the timeline I'm looking at right now, with the 23rd, 24th being the last day of the attack of basically 23. That's another thing too, is that I've said for a long time, the predictive programming I found over years said 23 nukes in 23 cities across the United States. Okay. That's just the case. And then so the first day is, the first day is 2/9/2/10, and I was given by the Lord last year on the night of 2/9. ISIS is born on 2/10, and so I thought, oh, is this next day? And I even watched a movie called Deja Vu. I just happened to watch this movie, Deja Vu, with Denzel Washington, and the female who is the version of Isis and he's Osiris. They both die and come back to life, and then literally it shows her plaque when she dies, in the funeral that he's attending, because he's seen that she died and he wants to bring her back to life later. Her birth was 210, and I was watching it on 210, and she was Isis and he was Osiris, and it was just blowing my mind. So I'm not, and then the day went by and nothing happened. I was like, oh my gosh. So I believe it's now this year. And then what I've seen about the end of the year being this, is just all coming together like crazy. Then we got the days of the year, which I want to bring in here pretty soon. We got a 40th day of the year through all the way to the 55th day of the year, and that is all over the place. It's everywhere. I've been seeing these numbers for a long time, and so much of this I understand. So let's keep going. I'll explain here, detail here. Okay. So, but I want you to focus also on the first 2 days and the last 2 days, because that's what they're showing in almost everything. And they're hiding it in everything. The first 2 days, which is the 40th day and the 41st day, 2/9 and 2/10. Remember those. Remember that. And the last 2 days, 23rd, 24th, 54, and 55. Okay, this is crazy. Now let's keep going. Now I want to say again, predictive programming is a subtle form of psychological conditioning woven into the fabric of all mass media, designed to subconsciously program and or consciously acquaint the public with pre-planned societal changes, ideas, or events. These changes, ideas, or events eventually become reality, largely because the public over time has already become programmed and or familiarized with them, accepting them as natural progressions, thus eliminating virtually all possible public resistance, commotion, or investigation. This is my definition. I've seen other definitions. I put this together based on my understanding and taken a couple other things from a few other places, but for the most part, this is my predictive programming definition from Exalted Lamb. Okay, so because this is probably the most accurate I could come up with, understanding this quite a bit over the last 4+ years. So now 991, I'm gonna say it, I gotta say it in code, 9 1 and then 1. Okay, and I could say 923. 9 1 and then 1 and 923 are synonymous in different ways. Now, as you notice there's a 12-day difference. Now, if you add and if you include the days, it's 13-day difference, basically. Okay, so that's very similar to 14-day time period. So it was really I was cluing in on this thing when I was looking at this as well, when I was seeing February 23rd, and then it just hit me like a ton of bricks. The Lord just hit me over the head with like massive revelation about so many things. It was just like I get these instant downloads sometimes, and it's like all this information. It's like you ever seen The Matrix or Neo or or Trinity or something. They need to do something. They get this download that Trinity needs to fly a helicopter. Where she calls the guy, is like, hey, I need to know how to fly this helicopter, and then boom, download boom, all the information. It feels like I get like these massive amount of information just a short period of time. And now I understand this, I think, like I've never, and I'm gonna explain it so you can see if I do or not. But 9 1 and then 1 and 9 2 3 are synonymous, and they are two ends of the spectrum. Okay, and I'm gonna prove that to you here. Okay, so boom. Now they are predictive programming for dates in the future. All dates that are involved in in mass media, people's names. I mean, so many things, gematria, words and every kind, numbers. They're all hidden programming for what they want the ultimate outcome to be: one world government, one world evil dictator, all that stuff. So they can basically control the masses and have the Antichrist and the devil can have his idea of his utopia or his kingdom. Okay, so boom, so it's all in backwards, upside down and backwards. So, or what you could say is opposites. It's all hidden in opposites. So that's the foundation of what they do. They hide things in upside down, backwards, upside down and backwards, opposites, in so many different ways. Okay. And all this information about when this is going to happen is in everything you've seen, heard, everything, in the media. Okay. In any of the mass media that probably, anything that reaches at least 1 million people or more, or maybe hundreds of thousands of people or more, is going to be demonic and have these things in them. If there's any kind of success in the world, that's what they do. Okay, so here we go. So 9, 1 and then 1 and 923. Now let's look at this. So 923 is the date, but it's really Septem. Again, we're looking at the leap calendar being the real one. So Septem in Latin means 7. So it's really 723. Let's go one step further. 7 is really upside down. Again, opposites, upside down. Upside down, 7 is L. So that's L23. I'm telling you, this is how they do this. I have so many examples. I'm going to show you tons of proof of this whole video. That's why it's going to be kind of long. Okay, so L is 12. So that's 1223. Now on the Leeds calendar, February is the last month. Like I said, so February 23rd, like you saw on the that little information I showed you, February 23rd is the last day it used to be of the Roman calendar. So there you go, 12. And so 923 is 1223, and of course, like I said, that is February, so we're going to go make it February right there. And then, so what is that? That is backwards skull and bones, 322. If you don't know what skull and bones is, that's the Yale Secret Society group that started back in the 1800s, 322 skull and bones. And that, the Lord told me years ago, when I first knew about this, it was the days of, it represented the day. He said days of death to me, days of death. And so we got a skull and bones, basically, and 322 underneath it. And it represented the days of death that are coming. I knew it had to do with the coming of the Antichrist and the death of millions of people. And I've gotten all kinds of dreams and dreams and visions of this stuff coming years ago, 7+ years ago, 7.5 more plus years ago. And so I've just had to try to figure this out, how to show people and prove it to some degree that it's coming. It's not just a figment of my imagination or something. The Lord's showing me this stuff. And then 9, 1 and then 1 is backwards again. Opposite of forward is backward. Oh, okay. Yeah, that reminder to drink more water. Okay. Okay. So 9. This is backwards. Okay. And then 1 and 1 is 2. So we have 2, 9. And then this just happens to be. This relationship of these two are hidden to be actually this 29/210 to 223/224, 29 to 223. Okay, that's how these are related. It's really crazy. Okay, so this is 9, 1 and then 1, and this is 9, 2, 3. This is what this really is. So just remember that. Okay, boom. Now this is a shot back in the early 1900s. Well, not super early 1900s, mid 1900s, basically, right around 1938. Sorry, I think it was about 48. This is about 1948, somewhere in there. I know this is when they're supposedly shot, and then I'm going to tell you about this thing that was produced here in 1948. But that is George H.W. Bush right here. George H.W. Bush, remember, skull and bones. And then this is skull and bones, and this is 322 down here. And then up here is a set of real skull on top of bones right here. And that is, they've said that that's from, they raided the grave of Geronimo, and Geronimo's bones are right there. I'll get into that in a second. This is an actual, it's called a pennant or something, or like a handout or something like that that shows when it was founded in the members here. This is an actual one. This is actually in Wikipedia and everything. So it was founded in 1832, and you see 322. So you see how right here, even hidden right here, 923 is 322 right there. See this? 923. Remember, 9 was secretly 7, which is 12, which is 2. So 223 is 223. So 923 is 223. Okay, what I just shared earlier. Okay. And then right here we have as a member listing founded member it was founded in 1832, and that, let's get these the same number but hidden. Okay, and then we have George Herbert Walker Bush right there. Okay, so he was integral into starting this with what's happening in this current time and what's going to happen. And I want to show how this particular numbers that we know are factoring into the numbers that most people don't know. Okay. And so it was founded in 1832. So let's do this. So let's go from 1832 to 2023. What do we get? Right back around to the other side. So we had one side was 223 on 923. And then we have the other side of, see, this is another factor that shows that this is the year. We have hidden 9, 1, and then 1 right here. Bam. Okay. Boom. And then it just happened to be that, he delivered this speech in Congress, George H.W. Bush, on that same day in 1990. Okay, that's crazy. Okay, if you understand this stuff at all, okay, where he said, New World Order, New World Order, and then not the law of the jungle, and all this other crud. And then he basically, it was a preemptive, or it was the setup for all the Iraq stuff and Desert Storm and all that stuff, and to eventually be, from the Middle East and all that stuff, eventually have some kind of, again, this is all made up story, to have this attack on 9-1 and then 1. But that was his speech, was called the Line in the Sand speech. Just happens to be, again, February 23rd backwards. February 1 and 1 is 2, February 23rd. And then February being the 12th month, the elites, 1 plus 2 is 3, 3, 2, 3. And by the way, in reverse ordinal, that's exactly Brock Insane Obama is 3, 2, 3 in reverse ordinal. Again, this is all going to tie to him, everything I'm saying, because it's all about his birth, okay? And it just so happened to be, because it's all about 1, 2 going to 1, okay? And the destruction of the 1 and the 1, exactly. Then we have his son, okay? Exactly 11 years later, exactly to the day from when he said that. He said, New World Order, and all this stuff, right? And then as a result of their policies and their stories and their, all this stuff about Middle East and terrorism and all that kind of stuff, right? Then exactly 11 years later, we have the exact same date, okay, when this so-called attack happened, right? On 2001, okay, exactly 11, 1 and then 1 years later. I mean, are you kidding me? And then what is this really showing as well? Again, I'm showing you relationships here. We have the 11, and we have this September, and then we have the number 11. And so what is this showing? This is showing right here, 9, 1 plus 1 is 2, and then 2 plus 1 is 3. See that again? See how these are two related right here? Boom. Again, and so this is all together. 9, 1, and then 1, 9, 2, 3, and Skull and Bones are all the same thing. They're just related in different ways. Well, like I said, this is the first day, which is 2, 9. And the last day, 2, 2, 3. Remember, 9 is 7. September is upside down. 7 is upside down L. L is 12. And then that's February, which is 2. So I'm telling you, that's how they do it. Believe it or not. But I'm going to prove it in many ways. I barely got started here. So, okay, so now, boom. Now we're going to take, years later, his son, Junior, okay, but it's, instead of being just HW, it's just W for several reasons I'm going to show you. And then also, he ran against, in 2004, he ran against this jackwagon who was basically 2 years from him in Skull and Bones. Probably they knew each other back then, I'm sure, because it was just 2 years different. They were both in college at this, pretty much the same time. And they ran against each other in 2004. I mean, are you kidding me? That's not scripted. That's not made up. I mean, seriously. But look, boom. Because he's an iPad goat, I'm going to bring him in here and then show you this. Now, again, February 23rd is the 54th day of the year with, have this in your brain too. February 23rd, or 223, it's the 54th day of the year with 311 days left over. 311 is going to be a massive, huge thing with this. We're going to see 311 all over the place, okay? That's why we see 311. Remember Liberty, 311? Here, this is why. This lady, she was all into 311, and this is exactly why, because it has to do with the days left over in the year, and that's the final day of destruction with 23 nukes and all this stuff in the United States. And when I got a dream 7.5 plus years ago, 923, America is laid low. When America's gone. I don't speak like that at all. That was given to me by the Lord. I had a crazy dream about that. Anyway, here we go. Now, George W. Bush happens to be 130 and 167. And the Lord's been showing me the last year plus, since last February, basically, which is crazy, that you can take these two. You can take the normal and the reverse, and they have month, day, and year, or they have a relationship with each other. So how this relationship works, we have 1 and 3 is 4. 1 plus 3 is 4. And then 0 is hiding O. O is the 15th letter of the alphabet. So we get rid of this 1 right here, and we have a 5. And so, by the way, that's a rule of Kalel. I've shared my videos for a long time. You can remove a 1 anytime you want. It's called the rule of Kalel. Okay, you can even add 1, but I really don't ever do that, because a lot of people would think it's like a cheat. But I get rid of 1 because 1 can be a 1 or a slash also, and that's 45 right there. And then we have 1, and then 6 plus 7 is 13. So literally we have exactly backwards the 54th day of the year with 311 days left over. 54 days of the year, 311 days left over. Are you kidding me? That's in his name. Okay, and then we also have the last name Bush is 2, 2, 2, 2. 1 plus 1 now, and then wait. We're going to wait with this. 9 plus 8 is 17. We're going to wait with the 7, but we're going to go 1 plus 1 in this color, and we're going to underline that color. So we go 1, 2, 3 ones as 3. Okay, and then 7 is hiding 2 plus 2 plus 3. So we got 2023, February 23rd, 2023. I'm telling you, that's just how they do it. And I'm showing you, backing it up with different things. This is the exact date here. 54th day of the year with 311 days left over is February 23rd. We have February 23rd, 2023 hidden in his name. And this will blow your mind, ever-loving mind. First letter code, GWB. Backwards is 2, 23, 7. Again, 7 is hiding 2 plus 2 plus 3. 2/23 2023. Are you kidding me? And I'm going to show you like 100 of these in this video. It's going to blow your mind. Here we go. We'll keep going. Now again, these are the real skull and bones that were sitting on top of that podium thing there or whatever, and that's Geronimo's skull and bones. At least that's what they say. Again, it could be just because it's gematria. You never want to believe what they actually say. It's all about the gematria and everything. So programming, it could have some basis in truth, but who knows? We just go by the information given and use gematria, and then boom. And there's Geronimo, Chief Geronimo, basically that they eventually killed. Well, not them, but the America. The Americans are the what do you call it? The military killed, basically. Okay, boom. Now Geronimo just happens to be. Remember, I just showed you that 191 from 1832 to 2023, but that's 119 or 29. 2. Remember, 9 is 2 on this example that I showed you before. So we have first day, last day. You're going to see this all the time. I'm going to just constantly show you this, how the first day, last day is hidden in here. First day being 2/9 and 2/10, but 2/9, and then last day being 2/23. Remember, 9 is 7 is L is 12 is 2. It's a logical progression, and I've just proven this out so many ways, so many times, that that's what it is, believe it or not. And well, again, we'll see what the evidence is on the February 9th and 10th. If this up begins. Again, you can look at it this way as well. So skull and crossbones just happens to be, because they call it skull and bones, but they've hidden it from the public. It's really, if you look at it, skull and crossbones. Okay, skull and crossbones. Like we know from a pirate, flag, skull and crossbones. But they've called it skull and bones. But they're hiding that. It's really, because then you see the real numbers here. So that's 2, the February 23rd, the last day. And the first day of 2, 6 plus 3 is 9. 2/9. And I've been saying this order of these 14/16 days because we have a pre-day and a post-day. This is technically a pre-day, 2/9. 2/10 is the first day. 2/23 is the last day, and then 2/24 is the post-day. Okay, and it's just a way of semantics, whatever. But ultimately, 2/9 and 2/10 are the first day. 2/23 and 2/24 are the last day. Like I mentioned before. Okay, skull and crossbones. Also, let's look at skull and crossbones again. That's also in Jewish and Jewish ordinal. We have 84. Again, bring this back to Stinky B.O. August 4th is his birthday. 2/10 is his birthday. Isis is born on 2/10. Again, the reason why the Lord told me Isis is born on 2/10 in a dream, because Stinky B.O. is Stinky B.O., the 44th Prez, Barack insane, no Obama. Okay, he is a clone, and I shouldn't even say he, because I call him Baraka at times too. But it is a Baphomet, male and female, and more probably female than male, but it looks like a male. Okay, so that's how this works, and that's how the Antichrist could be a beast and a man. It's a clone. Okay, and then here another way of more detail that we didn't even know as well, and the Lord showed me this. It's a skull on crossbones, and we have 23rd of February being 12th month, or 1 plus 2 is 3. And that's still Stinky B.O.'s birthday. And then we have the first day as well. Either 2/9 or 2, 1 plus 9 is 10. Last day, first day, Stinky B.O.'s known birthday, August 4th. August 4th. I mean, it just keeps happening. And then remember this 3/2/3 that I showed earlier? Boom. There it is. I showed you that in this other thing back there of 3/2/3 in reverse ordinal. Okay, it's going to keep popping up. He's going to keep popping up all over the place. So again, this is 9, 1, and then 1. This represents that. Okay, this also represents, these just happen to fit in here. The 41st day, which represents the first day, just happens to be the 41st president, the order of the president. The 41st president just happened to be Bush 1. The 43rd president, and this is I haven't mentioned this yet, this is the Stupid Bowl, and the Stupid Bowl is on the 43rd day of the year with 322 days left over, skull and bones, 322, and this is not the time. Please, you'll see. I will prove it. I have so much more to prove. Okay, so this is green from Eagles and red from the Chiefs. Okay, that's why I show that. Okay, but the 43rd president is Bush 2, George W. Bush. And then the 44th president is Obama. This just happens to fit in here perfectly. That's why they're in their positions. This was all preordained to fit this way. And then Trump is 45. So Obama and Trump are the first attack day of 1314, which is Valentine's Day right here, okay? But it's a 2-day thing, okay? But it's really, as far as symbolically, it's Valentine's Day. That's why I have it in red, okay? It's crazy. And then they both are going to be eliminated on these 2 days. And look, what's this day? This is Obama's birthday of the 216th day of the year. And on leap years, on a leap year, his birthday, August 4th, is on the 217th day of the year. And that just happens to be 2. But with the 47th, there's a 46th president, which is Biden, and he's not even in here on a day. There's no day I'm showing here because he's Biden time. Creepy Uncle Joe is Biden time for the real presidents to do what they got to do. And then guess what? He is going to be eliminated on the first day, 29/210s, when I'm predicting it for a while, because numbers and symbols and all kinds of stuff say that. And then guess what? When Stinky B.O. and Trumpleberry Cola are taken out, guess who's going to be president? Harris. So we have the 47th president right there. So we have all these presidents exactly equaling these days of the year, and it's all planned. This has been all planned, and this all fits together like a hand in a glove. It's crazy. Okay, so I'm going to show you some predictive programming. I'll show you just a couple examples of obvious predictive programming. One I'm going to dive into for 9, 1, and then 1. And then I'm going to show you some stuff with 9, 23, okay, and how it predictively programs what's coming in the future. But when this was in The Simpsons before the actual attack in 2001, okay, it's really meaning 2-9, okay? So it's even deeper than that. Not only is it was predicting this attack right here, which is obvious. You got two of the two things. I'm just gonna say that. I mean, could this be more obvious? And it says New York. You got those two guys, and you have the 9. I mean, I'm showing you something that's super obvious. Okay, now I'm going to get into, I mean, seriously, that's what predictive programming is. It's showing you something before it happens subliminally, okay? So, and then you see enough of these things and it's in your mind, and the masses basically make it happen. That's the whole thing. They tell you something enough times. For example, more people believe in aliens than almost anything else that they're coming in. I'll give you an example of another example. If someone were to say to you, World War III, how do you not think of nuxels? I mean, you're programmed to that. Why could it be conventional completely or whatever? You're programmed that, especially with this last thing about how many seconds to midnight and all that kind of stuff, that the atomic, all that. Anyway, it's just crazy. I mean, it's all programmed in your brain, in our brains. There's so many examples of that. So because all these billions of people, billions of people are programmed with this stuff, we basically are producing the future, and that's what they want. It's how faith works. So negative faith produces negative future. Positive faith produces positive future. It's really crazy how that works. But for the most part, that is a law. Okay. It's in the Bible too and all that stuff, but people can abuse it, call it the secret and all that kind of stuff. And there's a lot of factors involved that, it's not just believing. Okay. So anyway, because there's actually spiritual laws and spiritual realities, everything. Okay. So, here we go. Next thing is, this is going to blow your mind. Okay. This one's not super obvious. It's more hidden. Again, I'm dealing with 9, 1, and then 1, but you see Manhattan here, right here. Okay. Right. And you see the two things right here. Now, again, it's opposites. Now, I'm going to show you the opposite. I'll show you the reflection of this. It's the opposite, okay? This lady looks really freaky, by the way. She's like, ah! I mean, okay. Whatever. So waitress here. So there's so much in this, but I'm gonna show you. Okay, this is opposite. Show you how this thing works. This is so crazy how it's hidden, and this is okay. Then boom, right here, you see the opposite. You see 9, 1, and then 1, and you see the 2. And I'm gonna blow it up for you. Boom. See that? And you see how it's just happens to be right where the orange juice is. Okay, and I'm gonna show you why that is, because it's all gematria. So look at that, 9, 1, and then 1 with a tower. I mean, are you kidding me? This is in the 70s. Supertramp came out with this in the 70s. Okay, and it's not moved by demons. Are you kidding me? How else could they do this? If all these different groups, all these different things for so many years, for hundreds and hundreds of years, even more than that, predicted all this stuff. I mean, they've got stuff in the Bible that goes thousands of years and other things like, whatever. Okay, here we go. Boom. Ready? Boom. That's orange juice. Check that out. Okay, are you kidding me? And then watch this. Orange juice. The 54th day of the year is February 23rd. Backwards. This is backwards. It just happens to be that. Here comes some more. Ready? Glass of orange juice. Just happens to be 2-9 and 2-9. Again, anything you add 9 to stays the same, so you can get rid of any 9s. So get rid of that 9, and I'll get rid of this 9 right here. It doesn't matter which one. You have February 9th, the first day, and the last day, 2, 2, 2, 3. Here goes even more. Watch this. I mean, there's so much I could cover, but I'm not gonna do every single thing. Boom. Watch this. Okay, look at this. Waitress holding a glass of orange juice on a saucer, because there's a glass. This is more detailed. Waitress holding a glass of orange juice on a saucer is 223. Okay, that is planned. If you don't get that this is planned, this whole thing with what I've shown you so far, I mean, wow, you need to check yourself. Check yourself. And if you don't realize this is everything that you watch and stuff is all pre-programmed and planned, then you need to check yourself, and you need to realize you're being programmed. And that's part of whether these dates happen or not. Okay, and it's always just a massive guess, but I'm doing my best to try to prove it and try to find evidence for it, so you can brace yourself or be warned of some kind, and however that works for you, whatever it does for you and your family and everything like that. But at the minimum, you should be waking up to the truth that you're being programmed. And Jesus is your only way. He's your only salvation through this whole thing. There's no safe place in this world. There is. When this all starts kicking off and going into the tribulation, there's no safe place. There's no safe. You can't shoot your way out. You can't store enough food your way out, or whatever, however you want to say that, right? Store enough food your way out. Yeah, that's an Aaronism. Okay, store enough food your way out. I mean, you can't. There's nothing you can't. You can't prep enough. You can't. The only thing you can do really is get yourself right with the Lord and God. And how you get yourself right with God is get in with Jesus Christ. Okay, and that's it. That's your salvation plan. To save yourself. Okay, that's all you can do, and He will do the rest. He is the only real life preserver. Okay, especially when the water comes. So anyway, boom. Okay, so this is now I'm gonna go into 923. Now all you have to do is go on on YouTube or something, put 923 in movies, and you can find tons of videos where people are showing all these 923s everywhere in movies. Okay, and I'm gonna just show you a few examples, because contained in the scene is a way to decode it or confirm what I'm saying. So like I'm saying, 923 is really 223 or February 23rd. So in this situation, we have, just imagine this is 223 going backwards, and then check this out. This is 224. 23, 24, 223. So this is confirming that. Okay, you see that? Isn't that crazy? Hopefully you see that. This is definitely 2 and then 24. So you could do 224 backwards, or you can do 2 and then the full number 24. So, but in a sense, it is backwards, because you're seeing a 2 first and then a 24 next. So it's backwards in that way. Or you could do 224, but that's fully backwards. But that would just be 224. But this is 224. And then that is 2, because remember, 9 is 7, is L, is 12, is 2. 223 is 224. Okay, so that's saying 223 is 224. Okay, hopefully that makes sense. That's the last 2 days. That's proving it right there. Boom. Here's a beautiful. This is from the first Transformers movie. By the way, right after this, they're fighting the Decepticon, Autobot, whatever, and then a massive explosion that blows up this whole place, because it's the day of destruction. Okay, that's how this world works. And then here is a beautiful mine, Russell Crowe, right? 9 do 923 right here. And to confirm that, we have the year. Okay, so we can't use what's right next to it. Well, 8's over here is not next to it, so we won't count that. 4 and 5 are 9, get rid of that. And then you add 9, 2 stays the same, get rid of that. But we have 2 and 4. That's 20, and then 4 is hiding 2, 2. 2022. So that proves it's 9/23, 2022. Well, September already passed in 2022 that we're aware of. So what I'm saying about 9 being really 12, 12/23, 2022 is yet to come. So that also supports what I'm saying. Until that day happens, then we'll see. But this is evidence of that. Okay, and here's Terminator Genesis. It's flying as soon as this number turns to 32. It's counting down to when this Genesis is going to come out in this alternative future. Okay, and it's 239 and 923, and we got 1111 22. 22. So that is 12, 23, 12, 2022 is February being the 12th month. Hopefully that makes sense. Boom. This is Tomorrowland. Obvious 923. I mean, that's why people see these things in movies, because some are more obvious, some are more hidden. Okay. But now, what is this? Boom. Now, this is 6 and 3 is 9. So you can get rid of any 9. We're going to keep this because this has to do with the date. Remember, but I'm going to confirm that this is 12. One of the ways to confirm this is 12 is there something in here that shows the year 2022 or 22 or 311 being the how many days left from February 23rd, or 54 being that the day that is. February 23rd is the 54th day with 311 days left over. So you have some of these other things confirming that. Okay, now let's look at this. Watch this. So get rid of 9, and we have how many zeros? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Sorry, this cursor's all moving around. 7 zeros. Remember, 0 is hiding O, and O is either 15 or 6. 1 plus 5 is 6. So we have 7 6s, and that's 42. And again, we're talking, remember, opposites. Opposite of that is 24. So we literally have 923, 24, or 2022. 2022. So that confirms that 9 is really 12, because February is the 12th month that's left over in 2022. There you go. Okay, there it is. Boom. Okay. Look at this one. This is Gone Baby Gone. Okay. And he's looking at himself here, and it says here, September 23rd, 7 weeks home. September 23rd, and then 7. A week is 7, and there's 7. So 7 times 7 is 49. So get rid of the 9, okay, because anything that's 4. What's 4 hiding? 22. September 23rd, 22. Okay, which confirmed that September is really February. Okay, like I said before, hopefully that makes sense. But now what I'm going to show you is another way of confirming this is this way. Okay, boom. This is from the first Terminator. And again, we've got 923 or 239. However, they do it different ways. 239, and then we have 14. So now we're going to do it like that. We're going to go boom. Okay, so you can either get rid of a 1 anytime you want, and then we have 4 is 2, hiding 2 and 2. So that is the year 22 right here. So that is really February, because again, 9 is 7, is L is 2. Okay, so that's confirming by the year. Again, you can look at there's stuff around, even gematria. Like I could do gematria on other things in the scene, and I've done that before, and I will do that, and I'll show you I have done that, and I'll show you more things like that. Okay, so boom. So another way of doing this is that 4 is hiding 1 and 3. So 4 is either 2 and 2 or 1 and 3. That's it. So one way of doing it is get rid of the 1, and that's year 22. Another way to confirm this is the 311th day of the year of February 23rd is right here. 1, and then 4 is hiding 1 and 3. So 1 and 3, 113, 239 is confirming that this is February 23rd, because February 23rd is the 311th day of the year backwards. Again, opposites. It's not, they don't show 311 too much. They show 113 because it's the opposite, because it makes it more hidden. Hopefully that makes sense. Okay. Here's the Simpsons with Ned Flanders. He has minutes to rapture. Okay, so then obviously most people see this right away, the 923. Okay, if you know about 923 at all, okay, then you know it's right there. But now watch this. Okay, now with this understanding I have now, this is easily crackable. So we have boom, 6, 7, and 8. 6 plus 7 plus 8 is 21. Again, like I said, in exclamation point, opposites in the beginning there. 21 is opposite of 12. It's backwards or backwards, whatever, 12. So we literally have February being the 12th month, 9th to February being it's a mirror date. So imagine 12 is right here. So 9/12 or 9th of February and February 23rd. First day, last day. First day, last day. See, that's another thing about 9/23. It's the first day, last day. The 9th and the 23rd of February. And there it is. That's what this is. 6 plus 7 plus 8 is 21, and that's inverted or backwards. And that's 12. February being the 12th month again, because 9 is secretly hiding 12. In this case, it's showing you a different way. 12 is the month right in the middle, and you got 9/12 and 12/23. Boom. Crazy. Okay, and then this happened just a few days ago. And we're searching, I guess, how do you say that? And we're searching, Annie, we're searching 24 24 actions in the show 24. Passed away at 45. Now, I immediately go, oh man, that's so obvious. I couldn't believe it. Okay, so we're gonna look at this real quick. So her death, first of all, they mentioned 24 because it's 2 4s. 2 4s is 44, which is Stinky BO, because they're representing when he's going to be born. And it shows here that she died, which again, death is birth. She died on this day. That happened this day. She died on this day. So death is birth. Birth is death to them. So January 29th is January 29th. And then watch what we do with 2023. Because the 0 is really an O, and that's 6. And you get 3, and you can get rid of. So 6 and 3 is 9, and get rid of that. And so we literally have 12. Another way of looking at it, instead of 129, 12, 9, 22. 12, 9, 22, the birth of 44. And to confirm that, boom, see this? 45, she's 45 years old. Well, that's backwards or opposites. It's 54. The 54th day of the year is February 23rd. So we have February 23rd and the first day of 12/9, 12/9 and 12/23 or 2/23. First day, last day, first day, last day. And then I saw another article I couldn't believe say about her, and then saying that she is the Borg Queen. The Borg Queen of Star Trek Picard dies at 45. Again, 54. The Borg Queen. So again, Stinky BO is the reason she's dying. It has to do with his birth because he is the Borg Queen. He is a female, like I've said. He's the Borg Queen because from all these hokey pokey shots, things, they're going to cause people to turn into some kind of mechanical thing inside, not necessarily outside like the Borg, but the Borg and Star Trek was all predicting, programming you to people turning into something else. And eventually with the full mark, it's going to turn everybody into these things that can't die, and they're going to be all part of the collective, and he's going to be the queen. To control the Antichrist is going to control everybody. Get it? The queen bee and all that stuff. Anyway, hopefully that makes sense because that's what it is. Believe it or not, it's the truth. Okay, and one evidence of that, of many evidence I've shown, not so many, is the day the Queen died, on September 8th, 2022, to the day that the real Queen, Stinky BO, Barack Insane Obama, the way he's going to die, which both are the 8th day. Again, 1 plus 7 is 8. That's his. He dies on the 16th, but that's his reported death day. Okay, because it might happen. Usually, a lot of times people die on one day and it's reported the next day. The two-day cycle there. So both 8 day, but here 163. What's 163? Like I showed you before, or maybe not previously. Barack and Saint Obama, and then reverse is 323. Okay, 163, bam. And then another thing equating him to Bush and iPad Goat, a big reason why is they equate in different ways, and one of those is in reverse, George Bush is 163 and Obama is 163. Okay, and one of the ways also that 164 is also 1 plus 63, or 163 is 64. And another way to confirm that he's the queen is from his death day to the queen's birthday is 64 days, or 1 plus 63, and CBO is 163. Okay, hopefully that makes sense. It's crazy. It's all crazy. Okay, so the Simpsons. Let's go to the Simpsons. Thank God it's Doomsday. This is a crazy show. Now, Simpsons is a crazy show, but this particular episode is absolutely crazy because there's so much in this, and I'm going to cover some things in this. It's about this time. It's about this 14 days or 16 days. It covers so many things in there, but I'm just going to cover certain things. Okay, so first thing I'm going to cover right there is this year. The reason why they're putting it on this year is because it's hiding 2023. 5 is 2 and 3. 5 is made up of either 1 and 4 or 2 and 3. That's it. Okay. So it's hiding 2 and 3 for 2023. And then thank God's Doomsday just happens to be exactly English gematria. A equals 1, B equals 2, C equals 3. 224, are you kidding me? So we're looking at 2224, 2023. Doomsday date. I'm telling you, believe it or not. Boom, the end is near. You've seen this around, not just in The Simpsons, but the end is near in gematria is 732. Remember, 7 is upside down L, and that's 12. So 12, 23, and then just flip the 2 and the 1 right here. So you have 2112 or 222, year 2. So because we're still in year 22, we're in 12, February the 12th month, 23rd is coming, the last day of the United States, 2022. 12/23, 2022. I'm telling you, the end is near. The end is near. It's been all over the place in movies and TV. You see these guys like a Sidewalk Prophet or somebody like that. Boom, the end is near. Even in comics and all kinds of stuff, the end is near. Like and share if you agree. And then end is near. So like in a good way or a bad way, and he's reading and says what this on the page right there. What do you think? In a good way or a bad way? That's how this world will be. How? So like. Okay, boom. And the end is near. I wish. Yeah, in some ways. Anyway, so here we go. Then there's also another way of saying is the end is nigh. That's been in a lot of stuff as well. The end is nigh. It's kind of more old English. The end is nigh. The end is nigh just happens to be 116 or 2, and then 6 is upside down backwards. Again, opposite, upside down backwards, 9, 2, 9. And then we have 2, and then right here, and then O again. O is 15. The 15 letter of the alphabet is O, and that's what zero's hiding is an O. And simply, I don't know why I did this in here, but simply 15 is O, and 8. 15 plus 8 is 23. So we got 2, 9, and 2, 3. First day, last day. And right here it happens to be 6, and 6 is 12. 9 again. February 9th. February being the 12th month. 9. And then this is 12, and then 4 plus 8 is 12. Again, 12 and 12. Flip the 2, and be 2112 or 222. There you go. First day, and this is also showing up as first day, last day. Or this is not just first day, last day. This is weird how this works too. This also is the full date. Okay. See how this is the full date of 12/9/22, and to confirm that we have 2/9/2023. So we have now this is first and last day. This is crazy how it works, because 223 can be either February 23rd or the year, like I showed earlier with the chromosomes and everything. 223 is either one. So this is confirming in 2 different ways. In Gregorian, it's February 9th, February being the second one, 9th, 2023. And in the Roman, February is the 12th month, 9th, and we're still in 2022. Get it? See how that's crazy? They're commemorating the same day. And that begins when the end is nigh. I'm telling you, this is crazy stuff. Okay, and Simpsons also in that same episode, Springfield Stadium. Yeah, sound like anything? We got a stupid bowl coming up here. The timing on this is all coming to, we may have an attack on there, or that's just that may be this the last time to predictively program the first attack in the United States, which is going to be 2 days later on the 14th, 13/14th, depending on your time zone, but basically the 14th, Valentine's Day. Crazy. So Springfield Stadium just happens to be 2, and remember 6 is 15 or 6, so that's 6 plus 6 is 12, 2, 12, 2 right there, and again 8, and then 0 is hiding O, so 8 plus 15, O is 15. 8 plus 15 is 23. Again, 2, 12, 23. The exact date of the stupid bowl, and that's what the Springfield Stadium is. Boom. And then they literally have 3 jets, the Blue Angels flying, and then they crash into something. Okay, and that's reminiscent of the 3 bombers that are flying that in iPad Go to bomb. And then there was literally 3 bombers that went over the Super Bowl a couple Super Bowls ago, 2 Super Bowls ago. In February again. This is all done in February by massive coincidence, right? Sure. And there was 3 bombers, like in the 3 bombers in iPad Go. There's 3 bombers right here. Boom. And that's predictive programming. The bombers that are gonna, the attacks are gonna happen. Okay. And like I said, either it's gonna happen we're gonna have the first events. We're gonna have first events on the 9th and 10th, but we're gonna have big events as far as attacks, possibly starting on a stupid bowl on 2/12, February 12th. Or that's predictively programming definitely by the 14th. Okay, so there's a lot of messages with that. Okay, so boom. And then they crash into this Duff beer. Okay, right here, right? So now let's look at Duff beer. Now this is a Duff beer blimp right there. That's they just crashed into, and that just happens to be 2/9 and 2/23. I mean, are you kidding me? Or backwards 23rd of February, or February 9th, 2023. However you want to look at it. First day, last day, or this exact day this all starts. February 9th, 2023. Okay. And then here it is starting to crash. Okay. Starting to come down. Okay. So, and it says, all you see now is beer. So beer is literally 2, 5 plus 5 is 10, and 1 plus 8 is 9, get rid of any 9, boom. Or it could even be 2/19, and 1 plus 9 is still 10. Okay. It doesn't matter. That's 2/10 the first day. And then beer in reverse ordinal is 2 right there, 2. 22 plus 2 is 24, and then we have 5. Okay, we're gonna get rid of the 9 here. So then 2 down here, and then we got 5 is hiding 23. So we have 2, 24, 23. Again, we have a first day, which is 2/9 or 2/10, and last day, which is 2/23 or 2/24, and there's 2/24, 2/10, 2/24. Boom, right there. Okay, so then these just happen to be 2 scenes, right? And having to do with attacks and stuff. Now look at this, the Blue Angels, and I'm going to show how to decode this with this one because it's exactly the same. Blue Angels and blimp crashing is the exact same. How you decode this is 1 and 1 is 2. Okay, 0 is O, that's 6. Upside down and backwards is 9. And then we have 20. We have 2, and then we have 23 backwards, 23. So you have 2/23 and 2/9, or 2/9, 2023. Again, either one. And that's what this also is, again, because they're the exact same thing. It's crazy. Okay, so here's Homer. Okay, Homer's in heaven. He's all, predicting the future and everything, when the rapture's going to happen, all that kinds of trying to. It doesn't happen, and all of a sudden it doesn't happen again, doesn't happen. And then finally he's in heaven. The days happen. He's in heaven. His family's not with him. He's by himself in heaven. Okay, and that shows that some are going to be left. It doesn't show the whole truth. It just shows that some are going to be left, some are going to be taken, and then that's what it's showing. And and that's absolutely true. Okay, so boom, and then here he is in the bedroom now. The Lord showed me several things in this scene, and other scenes too. But first of all, I want to show you this. So see this painting right here? That's gematria, because it's called The Composition with Red, Blue, and Yellow by Piet Mondrian. Okay, in 1930, and that's 12/19 or 12/9 or 12/10. 12/10 right there. Okay, 12/10, and then O is 0. 0 is O, and that's 2/2/2. So again, 12th month, we're still in 2/2/2 because 6 is hiding 2/2/2. 12/19 or 12/10 or 12/9, 2/2/2 right there. Boom. Now if we look at this, composition with red, blue, and yellow by Piet Mondrian is literally crazy. The first attack day of 2/14, and that's also when the children are taken into heaven. The last attack day of 2/23, when the faithful are taken to heaven. 2/14, 4/14/2 backwards. 2/23, February 23rd. And then again, last one here, 12/14. 2/14, that's Frank Baconis. Okay, because there's some capital letters in here. You use Frank Baconis or Francis Bacon. So that's 2/14 proves that 2/14 is 12. 6 plus 8 is 14. 12/14 and 2/14. Depending on what calendar. Roman calendar, 12/14 is February 14th. I'll get a drink here real quick. It's crazy. And then, so we have both days that are raptures, and that's represented by heaven right here. He's in heaven, okay? So that's why this is even there. It's gematria. It's showing you composition with red, blue, and yellow, Piet Mondrian. All that together, they do that a lot with the artist and its work. Put the artist and the work and the artist and the art together. I've done this many times. It just happens to be the exact days I'm saying, and it just keeps going like that. So 2/14 back at 14/2. Okay, 12/14, 2/14, and then 2/23 and 2/23 in different ways. The 2 rapture days. And to confirm that, I have other things. And I have more than this, but I'm just I can't do a 5-hour video. Okay. I'm not going to do that. And it's also called Mondrian Art. Okay. And to confirm that, we see all the 223s right here, 223, 223, right? Well, we have all these 5-5s, and remember the 55th day of the year is 224. So we have the 223s, and now we have the 55th day of the year, which is February 24th. I'm going to keep bringing it. I'll keep bringing it. It's huge. Now I'm going to explain this. Now this gets me emotional. Because when I looked at the scene, the Lord just said to me, He said, "This is the 144." And I about lost it. And that's why it shows the dates of the 214, because the 144 are going to be transformed on 214, and they're going to finally come up into heaven on 223 with the rest of the body of Christ. And it's going to be, so this is this is what he said. This is the 144. And he said, "This is the rest of my royalty who are going to receive a golden crown." And I was just like, oh my gosh. And it's even in secular artwork and stuff. I mean, I've seen it so many times, the raptures and children leaving. And I mean, for example, the movie Knowing with Nicolas Cage, it's got the children at the end holding bunnies. Okay, that's the year of the bunny, which is year of the rabbit, which we're in right now. And the children were taken by aliens. So you literally have the alien day. I've said before I even saw the movie, and it was all the stuff I added up. And then when I saw the movie, it added to what I already knew. The 5th day is the alien attack of the bad aliens. Eventually good aliens will come, and then but the good aliens will come later, and they'll say they took the children. And literally in this movie, they're taking the children and they're holding bunnies, and that's the year of the rabbit and all this. It's just crazy, and we're in it right now. But he said, this is the rest of my royalty, or my kings and lords or whatever. And I was just like, oh my God. And he goes, with their crowns. And I was just like, there's a gold here. And I was like, oh my goodness, I couldn't believe that. So keep that in mind with this. So he said this first, and then I did gematria on it, and it blew my mind. And what I understand about that now, it's crazy. It's just the rest of the faithful, and they were represented by royalty being purple, and then gold head. As being gold head, get a gold headboard, head, crown. Man, just blew my mind. I was losing it. I'm about to lose it now. Purple bed right here. 45, which is 54, 54, 54, 54. Remember, 54th day of the year is February 23rd, the last day. And then 5, 7 plus 6 is 13, and 1 plus 3 is 4, 5, 4. Now watch this. This is so crazy, because what is this? 144. And here it is right there. 144, the 144. The 144 are tied into when they leave, which is the 54th day. The 144 leave on the 54th day, which is February 23rd. It's incredible. These numbers are that way for a reason. I've cracked this code. I'm sure of it. Now, time will tell, okay? It's my massive guess, but oh my goodness, I cannot believe this. I've got chills. Hopefully you do if you're a believer at all. It just... Sometimes the Lord gives me, it's just phenomenal. I can't even contain myself. 54 is the 54th day of the year, and that contains 144. And there's another version of it, 54 or 45. And remember, the 45th day is the attack day. Remember, Trumple represents the 45th president, and I showed you that was the 45th day. The 45th day is Valentine's Day. That is a rapture of children on the 45th day, and backwards it's 54th day on 223. This is not a coincidence. This is phenomenal understanding right here, people. The 144 on the 54th day, and then they're transformed on the 45th day, and the children are leaving. And then this is represented by heaven, and this is all here in this bed. The Lord told me ahead of time what this was. Now watch this. Let's go to the next thing. Oops. Let's go to the next thing here. Okay. Look at this. Purple bed, golden headboard. Okay. Look, that's the first day right there. So February 14th. Okay. Valentine's Day. Like I said, when the children leave, that they're going to heaven here. It's also represented by 11-5, 5-11. Man, regarding the children, last year, the children got the hokey pokey. Children 5 to 11 got the hokey pokey on 11-5. Because it represents the 5th day. What is that? 2, and the 5 is made up of 1 and 4, hidden. That's why these are the same, right? That's why this is, in the same English here all the way across, because they represent the same thing. And then we have 55th day plus 1. You can go 1 times 54 is 54, which is the 54th day is 2/23, February 23rd, or 1 plus 54 is 55, which is 223 and 224. And then look at this one. 434 is, now I understand this completely as well. The reason why they've used symbolism of 4th of July or 4th of July or July 4th, because July is the 5th month, and that's 54. The 54th day is destruction. That is February 23rd, the 54th day of the year, because that's July being the 5th month, 54. It's hiding, that's what's hiding 54th day of the year, which is really February 23rd. Hopefully you understand this is crazy. That's 4th of July. That's why the explosions. It's one of the reasons why you see the explosion and iPad Go with the death figure and all this kind of stuff, because it's the 4th of, that's also represented 4th of July. It's also represented a new year, the transition on the 23rd will be the end of the February 23rd, like I said, the end of the Roman calendar. It's also, and then February 23rd just happened to be the 54th day of the year, which is July being the 5th month and the 4th day, just like July 4th. Crazy. This stuff is coming to me. I understand what all these numbers mean now, like a flood. It's just, I can take them apart and put them back together. Like, it's like I could just, it's like a puzzle that you could just, it was like you could figure it out over some time maybe, or you couldn't go ahead and figure it out. Now I can just pull it apart, put it back together, put it back together, pull it apart. Oh my goodness. And then look at this ultraviolet pillow he showed me. This is ultraviolet pillow. It's 242. Again, the last day, 224 backwards, 224, last day, 212, 214, 6 plus 8 is 14, first attack day of Valentine's Day, 214, and then check this out, we got 2, 14, 5, and 5 is 23, 23, February 24th, 2023, that's 23, 2 plus 3 is 5, so that's 23, the year 23, or 2023 is represented also by 23, so 2, 14, 23, 214, 224, 224. I mean, are you kidding me? It has to do with the rapture day. That's when the children are leaving, and that has to do with this heaven. It doesn't show the first day here. Not showing the first day. Showing it has to do with heaven. And this is heaven right here. You got these two, the purple bed and the ultraviolet pillow and the golden headboard. There's even more. I mean, combinations of stuff that are in these scenes. It's crazy to prove this. These are the two. I'm blown away. Hopefully you understand what I'm saying, because I'm blown away. And then check this out. More and more evidence. So he's like, oh, let me show you. He goes, I'm up here, but my family's down there. Where are they at or whatever, So again, that's what's going to happen. Certain people, family members, are going to be up in heaven, and others are going to be down that don't believe or haven't followed the Lord and don't know him. And he says you need to know me. You can be born again and don't know him. He said it many times in the scriptures that, difference between the wise and foolish virgins is that the foolish virgins went up to him. They knew the bridegroom. They knew when he was coming. I mean, they knew of the bridegroom. They knew he was coming. But what stopped them from going into the marriage feast? He said, I don't know you. So they're not a believer because they knew he was coming. At some, they didn't know when. They both didn't know when exactly. But I think you can know so close, and that's what I'm trying to do. And that's what the actual scripture said that many ways, except for the one that people quote all the time, which is not even what it even says. Anyway, not even what people think it says. I mean, it's just crazy. People don't know the Bible. It blows my mind. Okay, so anyway, so he's going, let's see what's on these channels. So Heaven's channel is 2. So you have 2, and Rapture at, and then we're going to go here, 23. Ready? 2, right here, 23. 2, so Rapture at 2, 23. Rapture at 2:23. And what's 23? Destruction. So 2:23 is rapture. The faithful are going into heaven, and this is shown. And God, everything I've been talking about for years, and it's shown in Simpsons, right there. Boom. Rapture at 2 February 23rd, and so we got and the contrast between the faithful going up to heaven and the unfaithful going down to being on earth while destruction's happening. I mean, crazy. That's where his family is. I'm telling you, wow, if you understand the impact of this, it just blow your ever-loving mind. I mean, and then before he goes up there, okay, he's failing. First time he's trying to figure out a date, and he's making fun of people like me. He is. That's the world's making fun of people like me. But then ultimately he does go to heaven. This is crazy. So he's making fun of people like me who's said, times and dates or whatever, and the square root of this, and the 666 and the how many hundred, and he literally says 144,000. And it's all in this equation and everything. I forgot to put that slide in here. But there's so much in here. He's looking at the time, and he for the second time it can happen, right? And it fades from this to this. So what this is showing is it's showing the first rapture of the children, and then the second rapture of the faithful. And I'm going to prove that. Now watch. So now again we have the year. We have this right here. We're going to get. Sometimes you can use zeros in this situation. Zero is not used, so you can get rid of it. I'm going to show you an example. I figured this out. 3 and 1 is 4, and 4 is hiding 2 and 2. So that's 2 and 2. So we can get rid of 0, 3, 1, and we're going to have 2, 2, because get rid of 0, and then 3 and 1 is 4, 4 is hiding 2 and 2. And right here, we're going to keep the 0, and we're going to convert this 4 to 2 and 2. This one we're going to flip, and this one we're going to flip in a different way. Okay, now watch. We're going to flip that one right here. I'm going to do something real quick. Okay, we're going to flip this one right here. So we flip this over. Now this still stays 2, 2, because when you flip 2, 2 over, it stays 2, 2. That's how this works. I'm telling you. And that's what's unique about 22 versus 23 or any other day. 22, you can flip over and it stays 22. Or 200 or 2022, flip it over and it gets 2202. I mean, it's virtually the same. It's crazy. Okay, so literally right here, see, we have 12. 5 and 5 is hidden 14, 1 and 4. It's either 1 and 4 or 1 and 2. Okay, and guess what? That's one of them. 12, 1 and 2 is 4. But I'm gonna just give you the benefit of the doubt. That's just one date. But okay, but this 5 can also be 1 and 2. It could be 5 can be hiding 2 and 3 or 1 and 4. So 12 is. I'm going to say in this one, 5 is hiding 1 and 4, but it could be 2 and 3, so that'd still be the other rapture. Get it? Children leaving on the 14th, and then 9 days later, then the faithful leaving. And I've said that for so long, and then all these things just keep confirming it. So again, we got 12, 5 is hiding 14, and then we got 22. Boom. Now this one, watch this. We're just going to flip this 7 to an L and do something else. Okay, boom. Okay, flip the 7 to an L. I just was able to cut this out and flip it. Okay, flip it to an L, just like we did before. Remember, the 7 was September, 9 was September, 7 is September in Latin. Flipped it over to an L. Same thing. There's a precedent for that. So we have 22, and I'll bring that over here, 22. We have L is 12. Okay, so we're going to point to the L, and that's in blue, and that's 12. And then we have the 6, and then that's showing that the other zeros are really O's, and those are 6 too. 6, 6, 6, 6. Okay, 6 plus 6 plus 6, because O is 15th letter of the alphabet, 1 plus 5 is 6, so 6 plus 6 plus 6 plus 6. So we got 4 6s, 4 times 6 is 24, right there, 24. That's the other rapture, 12, 24, 22. So 12, 14, 22, and 12, 20, or, slash, and this is slash 13 slash 14, but they have to use some number, so they use in Valentine's Day numbers. Again, this could also be confirming this one of 5 could be 2 and 3, 12, 23, and this is showing 12, 24. Either way, first tack day, last tack day, first rapture, last rapture, as far as that goes. Now, I'm saying there can be multiple raptures than that. God can do whatever he wants, and I have some evidence that I've seen that there may be some unscheduled raptures of different kinds. So I'm not limiting him, but I'm also going by what I see and he's shown me and what's in the word and everything else. They're all multiple raptures. And if you don't believe that there's raptures of innocent children first, and that's been hidden to most religious people, and when I say emphasis on religious people who really want to know have found it. Remember, seeking you shall find, knocking the door shall be opened to you, all that kind of stuff. Okay, I found it in the Old and New Testament. If you want to find the evidence, scriptural evidence of that, it's in a link in the description box below. So I'm going to have the Telegram link. If you want to sign up for Telegram, it's through your phone. I'm going to have other things on there. On the very bottom, I have links of downloadable documents for 140, the evidence of the 144 in the scriptures, and that I'm one of them. The evidence that innocent children will be taken first before the other raptures. And then also the other thing is I'll remember what it is. Anyway, I don't keep going. I don't want to get stuck on that. Okay, so boom. And then he's in the desert here. This is when he's first looking at his clock. You saw he looked at his clock with these two times that warped into the other. And then he's in the desert. Now, this is a clue of timing. What's going on in the desert? Why is he in the desert? And why is he by these buttes right here? There's two buttes. They're called the Mittens. These are very iconic buttes called Mittens. And you see that little thumb right there? I gotta do something, move this thing. Okay, that's like a thumb. That's like a mitten, and there's another one right here you can't see right there. Okay, but there's a reason for this, because this is about the timing of this area and what's going on. Now I'm gonna show you the timing. What's the timing? Timing is this year and the Super Bowl. See this? There's a mitten right here, and there's another part of a mitten right here. What are these? These are called buttes, or these two are called the mittens. It's crazy, okay? This is the time of the Super Bowl 57. 57 is triple tau. 19 times 3 is triple tau. Stinky BO is the 57th inauguration of a president. He said he went to, when he was campaigning, he said he went to 57 states. I have 1,000 things, almost about 100 things that prove that he's Mr. 57. Okay. In fact, I started my channel when he started my channel the day after he turned 57. Literally, the Lord told me to start my channel the day he turned 57. I didn't realize this until months later. I look back and I'm like, oh my gosh, I can't believe what you did. Literally, the August 4th of 2018, when CKBO turned 57, he told me to start this channel, and the next day I did. I did what he told me because I was ready to do it on the next day. But the day the Stinky Bill turned 57, and this just happened to be the 57th Super Bowl, and I understand 57 so well that he's Mr. 57 is triple tau, 19 times 19, 19 plus 19 plus 19. He's the phi and he's the pi and the phi. By the way, I've missed putting a slide in here, but pi is the first attack day. The 3.14 is 3.14159 and some change. And that is 3.4 is 1214. And then 159 is 6. Or I should say this way, 15 plus 9 is 24. The first three letters past the 14 is 14159 is pi. 3.14159. Okay, and that's usually a lot of times where they cut it off without giving you all the other numbers. That's very common. And that's exactly, believe it or not, 12/14, 2022, or 24, 2022. And because he's pi, and that's happening on, oh, it's crazy. This is just crazy. Okay, so this is the 12th. This is February 12th, as you see here. And that, again, is the 43rd day of the year with 322 days left over, 322 skull and bones left over. Please, that's not planned, and this is all not a big deal. Okay, and again, we have the same scene because this is the timing of it. This is when the rapture is going to happen, when the Super Bowl is focusing on this, and then we have programming for this. Now watch. Again, like I said, buttes usually form in arid areas and are created by erosion and weathering. The pair of buttes in this photograph are called the mittens. There's a mitten, there's a mitten. See the little thumb things on mittens? I've been through there. Man, I love that area, man. And I love the Four Corners and Moab and all that kind of stuff, and stuff in Arizona and Utah and all the Four Corners there. Man, I used to ride a motorcycle through there, went to Grand Canyon, all kinds of stuff. I love that area. It's so beautiful. Man, I miss that. Riding through there. I remember me and my wife took, one day we went 700 miles on my 2004 Goldwing years ago. Oh my goodness. It was such a fun time. Anyway, so they're also called thumbs. Now check this out. This is all gematria. Now watch. Okay, so mittens is 4-3. Again, this connecting to the, why is this right here? You have the mittens. There's a part of it right there, a part of it there. And in other versions of the logo, you see the few more full. Okay, but the mittens, because mittens is 43. Stupid Bowl is on 43rd day of the year. This happens to be, and then, which is 322 days left over, like I said. Boom. And they're called buttes. And butte is in Francis Bacon because the capital B, 113, because that's the 311th day of 311 days left on the first attack, on the last day. Last day is the 54th day of the year with 311 days left over. Again, 149 is 311 backwards because 4 plus 9 is 13. And then we have 522 is 54. And then 45 is 54. Or the first attack day is the 45th day of the year. But backwards, the last attack day is 54. So literally, buttes are showing the last attack day of February 23rd, which is the 54th day of the year with 311 days left over. hidden backwards and forwards and all over the place. Boom. And then thumbs are 79 and 474. What's that? Why is that a big deal? Why remember they're called thumbs, remember? Because thumbs exactly equals Barack Obama, original Hebrew to English translation. And that's why Jesus said in Luke 10:18, I see Satan as lightning falling from heaven, or Satan as Barack Obama. And it just happens, and he's not the guy. Please. And what else do you see here? When you really look at this, what do you see here? You see LV. What is that? That is Las Vegas, and that's the first attack day, as well as 322, Skull and Bones. So what else do we have here? We have two kind of towery things here. See that? Two towery things, and that represents that. Okay, I'm telling you, it's right there. And there's a meteor coming down into Las Vegas. Right, that's what that represents as well, because that's going to be on the 5th day. But then we also have, what is that showing? That's showing, remember 9/11 is the real one is 2/9. The real one's 2/9, and now let's read it backwards. 2/9 to 2/23, first day, last day, or it begins on February 9th, 2023, however you want to do it. I'm telling you, boom. Now, let's take this logo. This tripped me out. I mean, massively tripped me out when the Lord showed me this. I could not believe this. Wow. Okay, turn this logo upside down. Boom. Here we go. Now, I looked at this. I'm like, okay, turn it upside down. As my manner is, I'll turn things upside down. The Lord leads me to turn something upside down to read it, because that's what they do. Again, it's opposites. Then I looked at this and I went, okay, 1, and then that is an A, because V without a crossbar is also they use as an A upside down. So that's A is the first letter of the alphabet, so 1, 1, 1, and then L upside down is 7, obviously 1, 1, 1, 7. And then I realized it, because I've been doing a lot of numbers from dates to dates lately, and even this time frame, and I go, I cannot believe this. And when I also looked right here, I saw a 5. There's a 5 right here. There's a 5. It's a clear 5 right here. And then when I couldn't believe it. I did the numbers. Now watch, see that? It's right there. I just kind of highlighted a little bit right there so you can see, but there's a 5 right there. I'm like, why would there be a 5? And then I couldn't believe it. I did the numbers and it blew my mind. Okay, watch. Boom. From the actual the attack on the United States on this day to this Super Bowl day. Again, that's why I'm saying there's many reasons this is attached to this so many ways. We could see something on this day of the Super Bowl. Check it out. From this day to this day, it just happens to be 100. This just blows my mind. 1117 or 1117 weeks and 5 days. 11175. 11175. Are you kidding me? That blew my mind. Look at that. Oh my goodness. I cannot believe it. And I saw this first. I'm just like, okay, wait a minute. What? That's telling me something here. And I'm like, could that be? Could that be? Because I remember seeing 1117 in weeks from, I think, the beginning day or something. And I was like, or really close to that. I was like, what? Or to 1118 to the last day too. Also, to the last day is like 1118, and 1118 is like the 1118 is the 322nd day of the year with 142 days left over. No, sorry, 322nd day of the year with 43 days left over. It's the exactly opposite of the Super Bowl. And the last day ends up being somehow 1,000 or 1,118 weeks from 9, 1, and then 1. It's crazy. This is crazy. And here's another thing I go back to. He just shows the mittens as well. And then I did some research on this. I couldn't believe back a couple years ago with this thing with Public Enemy come out. Someone told me about this. I looked it up. And it shows this meteor coming through here. And I literally looked at this position of the mittens from this angle and where this was. And this is looking south. And then down here, this is in Arizona. And this down here, it would be Nevada. And literally where I know what I've talked about, a meteor hitting southern, where Las Vegas is, or southern Nevada, is where this thing is showing up. Boom. It's going across. And it's going to go hit southern Nevada. And this meteor is coming across in this thing. I couldn't believe it. I was like, what? And then check this out. If you look at Public Enemy, it is the 55th day of the year is February 24th. It's also talking about the attack that's going to happen as well. But this is also talking about the 5th day when a meteor hits LV. LV11, like 911. I mean, it's silly. It's crazy. I can't believe. And look at this. What you gonna do? What you gonna do when the grid goes down? That's the last day. The grid won't go down until the very last day. I mean, as far as entirety, and I see a lot of predictive program on that. When the 23 nukes go off, that will knock off the whole grid and the whole country. And that's why I say, what are you going to do when the grid goes down? This confirms out with the grid is going to be down on the 55th day of the year, 2/24, 2023 on this one, or 12/24, 2022. And that's more confirmed by, now if you look at this whole phrase in Gematria as well, what are you going to do when the grid goes down? Again, we got 8/11, 8/11, 8/11. Now what's up with 8/11? Well, August 11th just happens to be the 223rd day of the year with 142 days left over. And 142 is 14/2 or 14th of February also. And it's 2/24. 8/11 is the 223rd day of the year, being February 23rd. Some of us are hiding February 23rd. And then we have February 24th. Then we have February 24th. Are you kidding me? Bam, I'm just proving it like 9 days. This is a Back to the Future. He starts showing him this clock that they're synced up, and he starts showing him with 11/8, which is, again, August 11th, or 11th of August, is the 223rd day of the year. Again, that's hinting at February 23rd with 142 days left over, and that's the that's the first attack day. I'm sorry, the last attack day, that's the first attack day. 14th of February, February 23rd. That's why this is important. That's why this is hiding. And then it goes to this before he stops and shows him this later. So this is to show you 223, and then this shows you 29, confirming 29 to 20, 21, 1, 1, 21, 2, 3. 20, 21, 2, 3. 2023, 29, 23. First day, last day, or 29, 23. And I want to show you this earlier. Remember, he goes, well, I'll show you what he says. He says, when this baby hits 88 miles an hour, you're going to see some serious crud. I'll say it that way. So when this world hits 88, which is 29 to 216, Obama's first pre-birthday to his death day, which is 8 days, and then from Trump's death day to the very last day, post day, is 8 days. So it's 14 days within, and you have a pre-day and a post day, which makes 8 and 8. And there's the center point of that. This is what they're talking. This is what he's saying. When this baby hits 88, those 88, 8 plus 8 days, you're going to see some serious, and beginning with this day. When it gets to the 8 plus 8 days, that's what he's saying in code. I'm telling you, believe it or not. Another scene from, I mean, I could literally, on everything I'm talking about, I have multiple things I can show you. Multiple. This whole movie is gigantically filled. Back to the Future is filled with so much stuff on this. I could prove it like 1,000 times over in this movie, because every scene is, and let me show you, for example, right here, boom. We got gas war. Again, war is going on at this time. It started beginning. The precursors to war begin on this time. 2/9, and then we have the exact number, 119 of gas war, please. And then, are you kidding me? And then we have the last day, the 311th days left over, the 223rd day of the year. February 23rd is the 54th day of the year with 311 days left over. Again, February 23rd, backwards that way. Again, it's the 54th day of the year with 311 days left over. And then check this out. Gas war completely right here is 4, 1 is 5, and 4. 5, and then 5 plus 8 is 13, 1 plus 3 is 4. 1 plus 2 is 3, 6 plus 5 is 11. 1 is right here. Anything out of 9 is the same. 1 up there, 3 right there. So we basically have the 54th day of the year with 311 days left over is February 23rd. Are you kidding me? Bam. We have iPad Goat here. Okay. Crazy. Okay, I'm going to show you some crazy stuff on iPad Goat to blow your ever-loving mind. Okay, so in the beginning, it shows the puppet, Satan. He's Draco. He's the puppet master, and he's puppet mastering Bush. Okay, and it says right there in the opening scene, and also then it transitions to this. But iPad Goat. Now I'm going to just leave the 2 to the side. I'm going to show you what iPad Goat is showing, and I couldn't believe what the Lord just showed me on this. I'm just like, wow. I just looked at it. It just popped right out for me. I couldn't believe it. Okay, so I is 9, obviously. I is the ninth letter of the alphabet, right? Then we have pet. Now, again, this is opposites. So imagine there's a mirror right here. We're going to leave this right here, and we're going to mirror this P, and you mirror it up and down, mirror it up, and it's a B. And then we'll leave the E. And then see this, I always knew this was an F shape. You know how T can come down like that, but I knew upside down it was an F somehow. But so I'm going to mirror this up like this, and it's an F. Literally, you have spelled backwards, F-E-B, Feb. 9 Feb. Okay, here we go. And then watch this. Now we're going to get the numbers right here. We're going to get boom. G is the 7th letter of the alphabet. O is 15th. A is 1st. And then T is 20. We're going to take the 0 because you don't include zeros. So 2. 7, 1, 5, 1, 2. And I color these to show you how you take it apart. Now watch. I'm going to take the 1 and 1 and make it 2 down there. And then we're going to take this 2 and bring this 2 down there. I'm going to take 7 plus 5 is 12. And 1 plus 2 is 3. There we go. 9th of February, 2023, or 9th of February and February 23rd. First day, last day, or it all begins on 9th of February, 2023. Again! And I'm going to show you more, and I've showed you a bunch already. I'm going to show you more, a lot more. This is here. It's here. I'm telling you. Whether it's exactly the time or it's super close and the code's so close, but I'm sure how precise I've gotten the code, man, if this is not it, I will be so blown away. I can't even say. I understand this now. This is mind-blowing. Hopefully you get what I'm showing you. This is mind-blowing. Right here, on his fingers, where you saw that right here, on 2 fingers, there's 23. So we have 2 fingers, and there's a 23. There's in blood, there's 20. There's a 3, right? 2, 3. There's like a heart is bleeding. So 2 fingers is a 23. 2, 1 and 1 is 2. Okay, and then 23, 2, 23. Then we have 2 right here, and then S is 19. 1 plus 9 is 10. So we have the first day, last day, 210, 223. Again, sometimes it showed either 29 or 210 being the first day, and the last day 23 or 24. Okay, and I want to show you this classroom like this because I'm going to show you the classroom like this because I'm going to show you these things on the chalkboard and what they're really meaning. Okay, it's showing when destruction is coming in different ways, okay, in gematria and even some symbols. So I'm going to show you how this works. I've been showing a bunch of stuff since this time. Again, like I said, I've been doing so much research in the last couple of weeks, putting this all together, and the Lord just this massive thing. The scales are falling off that I couldn't see, and then massive understanding. Just boom, boom. This is finally, I've gotten more insight and understanding about this than I ever have. I'm so confident this is finally it, but again, we'll see. Okay, so right here, the house burning. Okay, we got burn. Okay, this is so crazy. Literally, he showed me this. This is a W upside down. For a while, I thought this was an M and an M, in different forms. It looks like a Y in here, and it's hard to. But this is a W upside down. Flip that like that. That is okay, wait, let me do this real quick. Back here. So if that's an M and that's an M, 44 is Obama. Okay, 44 is Obama. Okay, but you flip that and that's a W, and I just go like that, flip that. That's a W and then a 3. What's W3? W is 23, and then 3 is hiding 1 and 2. Okay, bear with me on this. So that again, that's when the house is burning. That's when the United States is going to burn. 1223. Now we'll bring this over here. Without flipping that, you got a 1 and a 1 right here. So 1, and then this is M1 and 1. M is 13th letter of the alphabet. 1 and 13. 1 and 13. So what that's telling me is that is the 311th day of the year in 23. 23. 300, or it's either the 311th day of the year, but it's backwards, so it's the 54th day of the year with 311 days left over in 23. Or it's confirming 311, 311. I mean, but it's more likely to me confirming the 54th day of the year because, again, it's opposites. So when it's really the 54th day of the year, they're going to show you 311. And when they're really going to show you 311, they're going to show you backwards of 1113. I mean, 113 or 113. Hopefully that makes sense. It's right there. That's confirming in a few different ways. And then even more confirmations, that's crazy. I try to think of different ways of saying house burning and whatever. And every one I came up with, they're all here. And I'm not including every single one of them, but I got most of them here. So, and by the way, this actually ends up 163, which is Sticky BO, which is 163. House burning down, 223. Again, 12 is 2, February. House on Fire, 323. Again, 12/23, February on the Roman 23. Burning House, 223. House in Flames, 12/24. I mean, are you kidding me? Look at that. What are the chances? The main ways I would say that, now I'm using me. Maybe you come up with that. Maybe there's other ways. I mean, I found a few others, but I'm not going to put every single one on here. Okay. Then boom. I thought of burning down the house. I thought of burning down the house over the years. It was crazy. But I guess, and that's, look at that, 2/24. 12/24, 2/23. These all confirm each other. The second month and the third month, or second month and the 12th month, 12 being 3, and 12, and 2. It's just all insane. Who sang Burning Down the House? Talking Heads, who's 666. They're not in with the devil and doing those things and programming this stuff. And part of this, absolutely they are. Are you kidding? Then we have a shark. It's not just a shark. He's an angry shark or a mad shark. Now watch. Shark. 54th day of the year is February 23rd. 54. Shark is Jewish order. 54. Mad Shark is 2/24. So we have 2/23 and 2/24, and Shark and Mad Shark. And that's definitely a mad shark. He's mad. He's angry. He's also an angry shark. Let me show you that. In a second. Shark with 8 teeth. He literally has 8 teeth. Shark with 8 teeth. 2/24. I am proving this. I am sorry. If you can't see this, wow. I've been proving this whole time. And then Angry Shark is 24th of February. February 24th. 24th of February. Are you kidding me? 8 teeth. Just give you an example. 163. I showed you 163 on the other thing before, because that's Stinky BO. Brock Insane No Obama is 163 in English ordinal. And in reverse English ordinal is 323, which is 12/23. Crazy. And then right here, ready? Mad Shark with 8 teeth. Mad Shark with 8 teeth. It's February, backwards, 24th of February. This is all coincidence, all in Frank Baconus, because you got capitals. You could do either way, or English ordinal, reverse ordinal, and that's it. I mean, I could even do some obscure ones too, but I don't. Too much here and there. I do some to make a point, other demonstrators, but I typically stick with the main ones. The main foundational ones, okay? They make a point. Now we have Hangman. Obviously, it's Hangman. I'm going to do Hangman missing one leg. Right there, Hangman missing one leg. It's literally 2/32 or 23rd of February backwards or 23rd of February forward. It doesn't matter either. 23rd of February forward. Those getting dry, man. Long one. Okay. And then we have Hangman. It's Hangman. Just what we know is this is a Hangman. 55th day of the year is February 24th. Man hanging is another way of saying it. He's a man hanging by his neck, right? It seems to say a man hanging by his neck is even the numbers too, believe it or not. 2/23 again. And how about this? Hangman with tongue out. Tongue is sticking out. And you can even do hangman with tongue out with missing one leg. It's all the numbers right here. That's 113, which is 311, because the 55th or the 54th day of the year has 311 days left over. So it's counting both days. Again, this just keeps happening. Now I'm going to go to evil. Evil is love backwards, of course, but it's also evil, okay? But E is 5, V is 22, O is 15, L is 12, okay? So if you go backwards in a sense, that's 12. And I did it backwards as far as facing backwards. So, but 12, and then 12 is right here. 1 plus 5 is 6, and then 2 plus 2 plus 5 is 9. So literally right here, if you go back to, that's 12, 9, or February being the 12th month on the on the Roman, 9, and then 6 is hiding 222. 12, 9, 222. So that is the first day, right? 12, 9, 222. And then what does this end up adding to? 5 plus 22 plus 15 plus 12 is 54. The first day of 12/9/2022, the last day of the 54th day of the year, which is February 23rd. And evil just also happens to be in Jewish 55. February 23rd and February 24th again. And I'm just going to keep showing you this. It's crazy. Now watch this. What's that? Got the T and so after the evil, you got T and N. And you got hearts. What's T and N? Well, T and N is, T is 20, take away the 0. N is the 14th letter of the alphabet. February 14th. Of course, hearts. February 14th. Obviously, hearts, right? Okay, now what's this? See this? We have 3 hearts of chalk. 3 hearts of chalk, and there's different ways of saying it. 2-9 through, you could do this 23, so you could do this February 9th of 2023, or you can do first day and last day. Remember, 923 is 223. So first day, last day, or 209 of 23, or even this is really 223, so 223. Man, it's crazy. It just keeps going. And then check this out. This is when that flag rips, and then it forms, at one point, forms this shape when when the flag goes just past the clock, it forms this shape, and it looks exactly like a heart. Okay, and that's at midnight, showing on the clock. And that's literally what I've said for 4+ years, for at least 4 years, that it would be on midnight, and that's midnight. Midnight Mountain Time, 13th going to the 14th, or 4th day going to the 5th day. 4th being 1 plus 3 is 4. 4th day going to the 5th day, it would be at midnight when the attack would come to America. Boom, first attack. Again, attack happened because the flag is all shredded up. And by the way, the flag is detached from here and it's flying around. You see 1 star on it, and it's the 50th star on the flag, and Hawaii's the 50th star, because you see the tsunami hitting New York, and then there's also be a tsunami hitting Hawaii on the 11th and 12th day. So we have, okay, now we have Lily right here with the apple, right? This scene right here. Now look, then we have this is the year of the water rabbit, okay? But we have the rabbit right here. See, now what is this? This is a white rabbit. Simply, this is also proving the exact day. White rabbit. Oh, also in the Matrix, follow the white rabbit. Why did they say white rabbit? Why is there white rabbit in Alice in Wonderland? Why was there white rabbits in Knowing? Why was there white rabbits and so many different things that people have no idea? Put the bunny back in the box. Why is there why was that a white rabbit? That was Con Air, by the way. Okay, put the bunny back in the box. Okay, white rabbit is 54. The 54th day of the year is February 23rd. February 23rd is 54th day of the year. That just happens to be that. And it's we're now in the February 23rd will be in the year of the rabbit, the Chinese calendar, as of January 22nd. Please. Here's a scene in iPad Goat, the end scene when the Antichrist being born to the world. And we have this scene, if you look in astronomy, when the sun's right by Scorpius, right in front of it, is right. It's November 23rd, but that's not as simple as that. So then you go, okay, I thought it was. I thought it was November 23rd, and I've predicted that possibly the last few years, whatever. Well, it was not that obvious. November 23rd is 1123, which is 223. So they're showing a symbol of the opposite of 223 in a sense on the other side of the year, which it's not really completely outside of the year, but it is in a sense because it's 2 years earlier than than the end of the year, and then February is 2 years later. Okay, 2 years, 2 months. November's 2 months earlier in a sense to the end of the year, and then February is 2 months in a sense later to the end of the year. Anyway, I hope that makes sense. But 1123 is typically when the sun would be right next to Scorpio, but it's not. It's 223 is what this is really secretly showing, because they do everything in code. They're not going to show you exactly. They're going to show you exactly where the sun is to something on 223, because that'd be too obvious. You got to try to figure it out. It's all encoded. Now I'm going to show you something that's upside down right here. It's incredible, and I've shown some parts of that before, but now I understand this 100%. This is the scene upside down and backwards right here. Okay, right here. What is this showing? This is showing a big 9 right here. I've known that 9, so a 9 and then 1 and 1. So that's 2, 9. And then we have right here, we have 2, 2, 3. Okay, we have 2, 2, 3. So this 2 is part of this 3, and this, so it's 2, 2, 3. And I also believe it's 22. There's a 2 right here. 20. This sun is an O. 20, 23. But 2023 here too. But I'm just going to say 2, 2, 3 and 2, 9. First day, last day, or 2, 9, 2023, whatever. This is crazy. Hopefully you see this. And then right here is in the water is a shape, see this right here? There's a little bit different in tone right here. So I can see the ear right here, and you can see the face right here. That is a water. This is all water here. Water. It's a water rabbit. Now look at that. Boom. See that? His body's kind of up and his head's kind of down. It's a weird form, shape, but it is. It's a water rabbit. And that's when this was going to happen, in the year of the water rabbit. It's right there. Crazy stuff the Lord's giving me. Okay, now Phoenix. Okay, okay, this is the Dark Knight Rises, okay? That is obviously a phoenix. The bat on fire is a flying phoenix, okay? And then we have this crazy thing, and one of the teams I definitely predicted to be in the Super Bowl was the Eagles, and because it represents a phoenix, the birth of the phoenix. So this phoenix here, and again, remember this Dark Knight Rises depicts a football game, important football game where calamity happens, okay? So Phoenix, now watch. Boom. We have eagle in Phoenix, which is the Phoenix looks like an eagle. It's an eagle Phoenix, eagle in Phoenix, and the Eagles are in Phoenix. Where they're playing is Glendale, which is just right outside a suburb of Phoenix. It just happens to be that. And I did a video a few videos ago of the University of Phoenix commercial, and I broke it down. It's crazy. So much symbolism and everything. And then a couple days later, so it's about Obama being the Phoenix, okay? And a couple days later, so in the news, Obama and some buying group wanted to buy the Phoenix Suns. And then a couple days after that, he was on campaign for Joe Biden time. And he was in a high school, and they were called the Phoenix, or it was called the something Phoenixes or something, and then the mascot was a phoenix. I mean, literally, I did a video 2 days later trying to buy the Phoenix Suns, and then he's in 2 days later, and then 2 days after that, he's in a high school with the Phoenix. I mean, it was blowing my mind because it's him. He's associated with both things, and I proved it in my video that it was associated with him, and this is associated with him as well. All this it's crazy. Hopefully you understand that. It's crazy, okay? And then right here, the Dark Knight Rises is literally 2, and then O is 6, or 1 plus 5 is 6, and 6 and 6 is 12 right here, boom. And then 2 right there, and then 8, and then O is also not only 6, but it's 1, 5, 15th of the alphabet. So 8 plus 15 is 23. So you got 2/12/2023 is the Super Bowl day, when the Eagles are in Phoenix, and the eagle is in a phoenix. It looks like a phoenix. Oh, crazy. And then there's a scene when Bane's like, "Let the games begin." Whatever. I'm not saying it quite right. Again, my throat's a little funky from talking so much. Let the game. I can't do it. Anyway. Okay, here we go. And so this is Heinz Ward. By the way, Heinz 57 sauce. Heinz Field is from the same company, Heinz 57. It's the 57th Super Bowl. There's a lot of coordination with it. There's so much coordination. I can't even, again, I have so much more on this. But Heinz Ward is 29 and 223 because 1 plus 1 is 2, and then O is 6. Upside down is 9. And then the 142nd day of the year with 223 days left over is May 22nd is 142nd day of the year with 223 days left over. So it's hiding that with that. So that's 2/9/2023. Then we have Ward 86 spelled out is 2/24/23. And then we have lastly, there's so much in this. I can share another couple hours of stuff from this movie. It's crazy. But black Ward 86 on yellow literally means, look at that, 3/22 or February 23rd. Being the 54th day of the year with 311 days left over. And then that's 2. Get rid of the 9. Then you add 9 to stay the same. 23. And then this is 4 and 5. This is 1 here, and plus 3 here is 4 and 5. Because 3 plus 7 is 10. Take away the 0. 1 plus 3 is 4 and 5. So the 54th day of the year is 2/23 with 311 days left over. 2/23 backwards. Are you kidding me? Proving it left and right. And I could do, man, again, on these different movies I'm talking about, I could keep going forever. Okay, and then here's the bomb that they put off. And guess what? On the bomb, it says 57. And it has to do with a football game. And it just had to be, okay, now watch. Boom, see that? 57-33. So that shows to me that it's also on the Roman calendar, 3 plus 3 is 6, and 6 is made up of 2, 2, and 2. So it's in 2022 in the Roman calendar, okay, because that's what I do. But there's another number right here that I've deciphered because ready? Boop. Whoa. The number is 31422, just like I said earlier, pi. Pi is 314. And then the rest of it is 159, which is 15 plus 9 is 24. And that's 222 or 22 for short. This says 31422, 5733. I know what this is. This is the day, first attack day, which is 31422 or 12/14/22, still on the Roman calendar. 3 is 12, 14/22. Now I'm going to show you this to you. Boom. That's what this is. 3/14/22, which is 12, being February being the 12th month. 1 plus 2 is 3. 14/22, Valentine's Day is still in 22 on the Roman calendar. Okay. And then we're going to do this. Watch this. We're going to go 57 is 5 plus 7 is 12. We keep going with compressing numbers. That's what they call this. 5 plus 7 is 12. Keep compressing numbers. 1 plus 2 is 3. And then we're going to take this one. 3 and 3 is 6. You can't compress anymore, so we have 3 and 6 left over, or 3 6s, which is 666. Or look at this. So this is how these are the, and keep in mind the attacks or bombs or explosions are represented on 3 days. I've said, okay, and it just happens to be that way. This is so crazy. Are you ready? So we got 3 and 6. So we have the first day is 12/14/22, or that's February 14th, Valentine's Day. Okay, first attack day. Boom, explosion, bomb, whatever. Possibly, it's gonna be some kind of explosion, but they're gonna say it's a comet or a meteor hitting Las Vegas. Okay, minimum. We might even have some attack on mid to southern Florida, and bad aliens are gonna be involved in stuff too. Okay, and then we have add 3 days later. Boom. So we have this, and then add 3 days later. Boom. 2/17, that is the day Trumpel is taken out. He'll be in with the predictive programming and geometry and everything shows he's going to be in Trumpel Tower when a nukes goes off in Manhattan's, like Obama said that. Oh, I'm more concerned about a nuke going off Manhattan. You know, nuke going off Manhattan. Anyway, I can't say that. I can't do the voice very well right now. My throat's really raw. Okay, anyway, 2/17. Again, so we got that date plus 3, and then this is 6. So then plus 6 to that one is, the nukesels and 23 citizels. There's 3 attacks I've been saying for 3 plus, 4 plus years, at least 3 plus 9, maybe even 4 plus 4 years. Crazy. There it is exactly. I believe this is as decoded as you can go and get. Okay, and check this out. The Stupid Bowl. Okay, so the Stupid Bowl could be an attack, or it could just be the last massive predictive programming for 2 days later when there's an attack on the first day of the 14th. Okay, either one. I'm not sure. It's hard to say because it looks like it could go either way. But keep in mind, be warned either way. Okay, so but that day of the Super Bowl is Lincoln's birthday, and his birthday when he was actually born was February 12th, 1809. And then remember, Lincoln died. And then up to February 12th, this Super Bowl just happens to be 214 years and 0 days. And that's exactly the first attack day, 214. This happens to be that. Please, again, this is a warning of this day right here. And just the exact day they have it. So they might, if someone might touch on it and the Super Bowl, oh, do you realize, what's special about today? Oh, it's a wonderful, maybe because also there's a bunch of black players that play football. Oh, that's, if people still, give Lincoln some credit for some of that, like the Emancipation Proclamation, all that kind of stuff, or whatever it was, okay, they might even say, oh, this is the 214th anniversary, and then they're predicting programming 214. That's going to happen in 2 days. Among many other things on commercials and all this other side of stuff. I'm just saying what possibly might happen, but that's why they would have it like that. Boom. Now, let me cover this. So here's a couple versions of Stranger Things. So, Season 3, Stranger Things. I'm just going to show you 2 commercials from 2 seasons, last 2 seasons, and show you what's in these. This is crazy. Here's Stranger Things 3. Okay, this is a commercial about the apple dropping. Like in the 80s, the apple dropped, or the ball dropped. It was an apple. And that, again, also ties into iPad Goat, because Lily drops the apple, and that's New York is the big apple that she has in her hand. It's not a regular size apple, it's a big apple. And that represents New York. And then on the apple as a rose, it says Hawaii. And then it splits like the volcano's going to go off, and that's all on there. Anyway, when this falls, it started falling. And then when this thing is live, literally at this exact moment, it goes, and then it starts turning. This exact moment. I can spot, you see how it's going like that? And that's when it's going to start turning. And that's when things start turning upside down. Okay, it's going to the upside down. And what is that when it starts turning the upside down? It is, watch this, 5 plus 5 is 10. 10 plus 1 is 12. We have 9. And then O is left. 0 is hiding O, and O is 2 plus 2 plus 2. So it starts on February 9th, 2022 on the Roman calendar, February being the 12th month. It starts on that pre-day. And then it starts turning upside down, and this is, now watch, starts turning upside down, boom, I caught this exactly, this is so crazy, and then it goes, July 4th, 1985, right, bum, 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 and then it shows little like fireworks right here, fireworks right there, explosions, why? Because July is really the 5th month to the elites, not 7, so we go 5-4, okay, and then we got 1985. Again, anything you add 9 to is the same, so you can get rid of the 9 right there. Boom. We have 1. 8 plus 5 is 13. So literally we have right here the 54th day of the year with 311 days left over. Again, this is opposite, backwards here. Sometimes this is backwards, but this is not this time. So the 54th day of the year with 311 days left over is 223. Fireworks explosions, that's what it is a symbol of. I'm telling you, that's what this is. And then they equate, so that's this is the date of the characters in the season 3, July 4th, and that's they celebrate that day in the show, and then they equate it to when it's going to release on July 4th that year, a few years ago when the season 3 came out on that year, okay? And this is the same thing but in a different way. Now watch. Again, we have 5-4, and then we have 2/9 or 2, 1 plus 9 is 10. First day, last day. The 54th day of the year is 223. The first day is 2/9 or 210, or we have 210 or 2/9, or it makes more sense, 2/10/2023, or first day, last day, or the full date of 2/10/2023. I mean, are you kidding me? Hopefully that makes sense. Crazy. And then it says here, and then it says, one summer can change everything. Again, the opposites. Let's do the opposite. Instead of winter or summer, it's winter. Okay? It's this winter. February is in winter. It's the opposite. One winter can change everything. So there you go. That's what they're saying. It's the opposites. And then let's see when we do winter. Oh, wow. 23, remember 7 is L, which is 12. 12, 23, 22, and 3 plus 1 is 4. 2, 4, 2, 2, 2. 12, 23, because 7 is L upside down, like I showed you before with 923, and it's really September 7 and 23, and that's L, which is 12, 23, 222. One winter, and guess what? Whether it's that, which that's what it's showing opposite secretly, but it's also, guess what? Winter and summer are exactly the same numerology. That's all crazy. It's the exact same numbers. Look, winter, summer, exact same numbers, Is that crazy? That's all planned as well. So we know that, so there's a hint there that it's the opposite of summer is winter. And guess what? All of iPad Go is set in winter. And we're running out of winter for this year for sure. And it's, so it's either winter of the rabbit next year or this year. And I'm seeing 22, 23s everywhere. And 22s off the charts and some 23s too. But I'm pretty sure this is it, but we'll see. Again, we will see. We'll know. And then here's Stranger Things 4. Boom. And this is just in a commercial. Every ending has a beginning. Every ending has a beginning. That's very ominous. That's saying, okay, the end's coming and there's a beginning. Okay. Every ending has a beginning. Okay. So it says we're at the end now. Let's show you what the beginning is. Every ending, and then we have Francis Bacon and Francis Bacon and Frank Baconis. We have reverse Frank Bacon, and see how these tie together here. Watch. So we got opposite. 54th day of the year is 223. The first day is 210. Frank Baconis in reverse. The first day, the last day. First day, last day, first day, last day. Forward, reverse of the same thing. It's all there. I have it all marked. If you want to pause this and look at it, what it is, it's all right there. And then look at this one. Has, and I'm just doing it a little bit differently this way. Has a beginning. Okay. So it's going to be the opposite. So beginning, every ending is showing beginning and ending right there. Okay. And then this beginning is showing the ending. So this has a beginning in reverse ordinal is, again, reverse ordinal, and that's reversed. The 142nd day of the year is backwards. That's 142 backwards right here. The 142nd day of the year has 223 days left over, and that's what they're showing. This is when I sent this, it just happened to have this little fleck right there with a point. 223. So they're showing. That's crazy. I want to show you the AFC Championship game. Just a couple shots from that. And I was literally watching it and going, oh my goodness, literally this is the first day. The 40th day of the year is 2/9, okay? February 9th. The 2 plus 20 plus 20 is the 40th day of the year. And I expected this might go to 2, they might stop it at 2:23. But then what they did was they stopped it at 3rd and 22. They got this on 3rd and 22. I was like, wow. So that is the 40th day of the year is 2/9. And then that's 322 is going backwards is 223. So again, first, last day, or 200, or the February 9th, 2023. That's when it all begins. Man, this is crazy. And then here is their final score for the championship game was 20-23. And I literally predicted it. I said to my wife, I was going to post it, but I'm like, that's being too brash to post the exact on Telegram. I thought, according to the numbers, even though the numbers were very similar for both teams, Cincinnati and Kansas City, had so many numbers for both sides. But now that I really looked a little bit deeper, Kansas City had more stuff. It's hard to know until when things actually happen, then you can look back at it. And it's hard to predict this stuff because there's so many things that can happen. And reasons and whys and ways and everything like that. I predicted some things, however, though. So this is basically February being 2. Take away the 0. February 23rd, 2023. February 23rd, 2023. And I'll prove it by some things in this scene as well. And it's not just, several people said, oh, it's 2023. Well, that's obvious. I mean, anybody would see that. Anybody, just an average, and the Monday morning would go, oh, the score was this year. Huh, that's cool. But they wouldn't realize that maybe that's to do with just the final of the United States. But I'm saying February 23rd, 2023 is the final of the United States. That's what that is. So that's what that's saying. And it's going to be a lot of blood. Okay, and a lot of sacrifice. White is purification and blood is sacrifice. And by the way, red and white in English gematria is 666. I've said that many times and shown that many times. Okay, what's right here? B is for Baltimore. That's 41. The 41st day of the year is 210. First day, 29 and 210. And then KC is the 14th, which backwards is 41. Get it? 14 to 41, first day. And then the last day is the 554th day of the year with 311 days left over. See, 311 right here is in K. 11-3 or 311 backwards is in KC right there, which represents the 223rd or February 23rd, 223. Also, this is crazy. So we got a 113 right here. Do we have a 113 over here? Now watch this. What is this? What is this right here? What is that? If you describe it, orange B with black stripes. Yep, 113. Look at that. 113 orange B with black stripes, and then 113 KC. 113, 113. Or 311, because it's the 54th day of the year, February 23rd, with 311 days left over. Okay, I'm telling you. Now watch this. You think that's trippy? Wait till you see this. This is so trippy. This is how this is totally planned. I mean, if you can say this coincidence after watching this, you're an idiot. I'm sorry. I'm just going to say it outright. If you think after I'm showing you this, you think this is massive coincidence, I mean, you need to check up from the neck up. You need to slap yourself around, dig yourself out of the sand and clear all the sand out of your mouth. That's why you've been getting that gritty taste. And then because you need to curl that out, wash your mouth out, and just get back into reality. I mean, seriously. Okay, if you don't, now I'm going to blow your mind with this. Watch. Boom. Green and red. It's all predicted. 86. Remember was on Heinz Ward 86 because 8 plus 6 is 14 and 14 backwards is 41. The 41st day of the year is 210. Isis is born at 210. That's the first day. Last day is the 54th day of the year, which is 2/23, February 23rd. Green and red. It just keeps going. Ready to get tripped out even more? Bam. Wing. Arrowhead. Wing. Arrowhead. Wing is 55th day of the year. Going along with the 54th day of the year. 55th day of the year is February 24th. And then Arrowhead is 119, which is 29. This represents the 41st day of the year, which is 210 and 29. 210, 29, 54, 55. First day, pre-day, first day, last day, post day. Are you kidding me? And here it just keeps going. Ready? Boom. White wing, white arrowhead, white wing, 55. Last day, 224. Arrowhead, 210. First day, February 10th. Are you kidding me? And it just keeps going. Ready? I haven't even started yet. Boom. Okay, what are they both missing still? So we covered green, we covered red. Okay, we covered white. Well, they're both have white and black. Okay, and white is 29, black is 55. February 9th, first day, pre-day, 55, post day. Beginning, end, beginning, end, beginning, end, beginning, end. Are you kidding me? And it continues. Philadelphia, 223. Kansas City, 242, or 24th of February backwards. Are you kidding me? And it continues because it's Philadelphia Eagles and Kansas City Chiefs. So Eagles is 113 and Chiefs is 223. Oh my goodness. Again, these are all last because 223 is the 54th day of the year with 311 days left over. And these are all last day stuff right here. Their names are all Destruction Day. And it just continues on. Ready? Now, what if I put it all together? Philadelphia Eagles and Kansas City Chiefs all together. Boom. Philadelphia Eagles, Kansas City Chiefs, 3-2-2. Are you kidding me? In English ordinal, not some crazy whatever funky gematria. A equals 1, B equals 2, C equals 3. That is not chance. If you think all this is chance, and I'm not even done yet. That is 223 is what this is showing because I have all these days of the year. 54, 311, 54th day of the year with 311 days left over. And that's showing the day that you can say, oh, maybe this was March 22nd. Where's the day of the year of that day? Where's all those numbers? Where are those? Okay, then we had the 322. That's massively huge. So that's the last day represented by February 23rd backwards. We have 9, 5 plus 6 is 11, or 2, 2, 9, 2, 9, 2, 1 plus 8 is 9. First day, last day. And then what are these numbers right here? Again, I'm going to bring it, this is a little bit more obscure, the Kabbalah numbers, just because they're not as used as much, but they are used. I'm going to show how they're used. Because look at this one, 11-8. Again, what's 11-8 and what's 5-2-2? Why this in here with these? Because watch. Because August 11th is the 223rd day of the year. 11th of August is the 223rd day of the year. February 23rd. And May 22nd is the 142nd day of the year with 223 days left over. 223, February 23rd, and 14th of February. First attack day, 14th of February. Last attack day, February 23rd. First attack day, 14th of February. Last attack day, February 23rd. The mirror of each other, the opposites of each other, the opposites of each other. August 11th, May 22nd. Opposites of each other because they're exactly what these are. August 11th and May 22nd. And they're all pointing to 223 ultimately, and in the first attack day and the last attack day. I mean, are you kidding me? I'm proving this. This is something from a few years ago. It was the second season of the show 9, 1, and then 1. And it came out on September, showing the relationship of these two right here. It just happened to come out on September 23rd. Please. I could have predicted that back then. Okay? I mean, seriously. It's crazy. Look at that. And here, I'm going to end with this this idea of this thing. This is a little commercial he did with the Queen and Harry. What a hairy nugget. He's a hairy nuggets, that dude. Okay, I'm going to tell you what I am is here soon. But look, Invictus Games couldn't be more clear in what they're promoting. They're promoting destruction. And look, Invictus Games is literally 54 and 311. The 54th day of the year with 311 days left over is 223. Boom. That's what they're going to say. Okay, and then there's him and her from the other side looking at these runners. There's an American and a British, and they're talking about it. And this is the exact picture. Okay, now I'm going to show you the full picture blown up here. That picture that they're looking at is literally 223 or 322 in both ways, or February 23rd. Remember, February 23rd is 923 or 239, and February 23rd. Another way of looking at it is on February 23rd, we're going to have, or it's also February 23rd, 23 for the year. February 23rd, 23, but these are also the same date hidden because 923 is 223, okay? Or you have 239. What's 239? Plutonium. Plutonium, which is the core of an atomic bomb, okay, is 239. Plutonium is 239. Okay, so it's saying boom and on 223 or 223 23. 223 year 23. I mean, are you kidding me? Wow. Boom. And then they basically go boom. Look at that big guy in the background. Look at these people making faces like idiots. Because the first attack's going to be on Zombie Day. And they're going to look like they're going to be mad. That's going to be mad and crazy. Zombie Day. And he's going boom. We're going to bring it. Because he's tied to this. And he's tied to the I am. He's the false I am. That's why this is right next to him. I am. And what's I am? I is 9. A is 1. And then M is 13, letter of the alphabet. So that's 9, 2, 3. Oh my gosh. 9, 2, 3. Okay. Or 9, 1 and then 1. Remember the 11th of 2001. 2 and 1. Remember? 9. And then that's what I am is also. It's also the false I am. That's what he is. It's also, get rid of the 9, and backwards is 311. The 311, or the 54th day of the year with 311 days left over is boom. That's what you see in that picture over here, right there. 54th day of the year with 311 days left over is February 23rd. Boom. And then Harry, and then there he goes. And then Harry's like, boom, boom, boom. Oh, I'm so arrogant. Boom. And I know something you don't know. And boom, this happens to be 45, which is opposite of 54. And that's what February 24th is again. And 45 is the first attack day. Boom on Valentine's Day. Are you kidding me, man? Are you kidding me, man? Are you kidding me? Boom. And then from wrapping this up as well, from Stinky B.O.'s birthday, supposedly, in 1961, to his birth to the world as the Antichrist, I'm saying, is 3,212 weeks, and that's 12/23. That's February 23rd on the Roman calendar and February 24th on the Gregorian calendar. Boom. And I have so many of these that tie in with these dates I'm talking about, you'd make your head spin. And I'm just not going to show all these because I already have over 2-hour video. So I'm going to leave it at this. If you didn't know, Osama bin Laden is just switching the B and the S. So Osama, just the S and B. We're switching to Barry Soetoro. From SB to BS, we're just switching 2 letters in the name. Because Osama bin Laden is Obama sin laden. Osama bin Laden was Obama sin laden. Laden means heavy loaded or weighed down with sin. Laden with weighed down. Laden with sin, the man of sin. The Antichrist is called the man of sin. That means he's sin laden. He's Obama sin laden is Osama bin Laden. Bin Laden. Say it the same way. It's spelled the same way. And he was when he was a child. If you look at Judge Roy Brown, look up Judge Roy Brown. He was a judge on TV. And there's an interview I have on my channel. I'll go back a little ways. You see Roy Brown. He's talking about how he had insider information about how George H.W. Bush, when he was the director of the CIA, took little clone Stinky B.O. Obama. He didn't know he was a clone, I guess, but he took Stinky B.O. little Obama as under his wing and gave him candy. That's why Bush Jr. gives candy to Michael. I mean, Michael and I mean Michelle, Michael and Michelle, Michael, one of those two. Michael and I, my Michael, the male, female Michelle, candy. That's why George W. Bush gives Michael, Michelle Obama candy, because senior, George H.W. Bush, gave candy to little boy Obama, Baraka, when he was a kid, or she was a kid, and then, basically began to train him. And then when he was younger, before he became senator, he had all the surgery, and that's why if you look at his face, it's all scarred up on the sides and the top and everything like that. And there's no one knows anything about any surgeries he's done and all that stuff, because he was cosmetically changed from this guy, changed to this guy, and changed back to somehow. And there's the evidence right there in front of your face. Not to mention the Lord's kind of hinted to that to me for a long time, and it showed me many other things that confirm that. So anyway, I'll leave it at that. And whatever, that's what it is. Look at the evidence is right in front of your face. They do this stuff in words and wording and numbers, and they put all the evidence you need to know right in front of your face if you know how to discern it and know how to work it. So I want to thank you. Anyone who's contributed to this channel with comments, and I thank you for all your prayers. I need your prayers all the time. I'm doing really well. I've been doing a good amount of fasting regularly, and it's just changed my life. I lost weight. It's a spiritual enlightenment for me. It's been phenomenal. It's really helped my health and things. So I thank you, those who prayed and everything, those who have supported me. It just beyond. If you any kind of positive comments and things that people have done for good, I appreciate it. If you're able to give, we could use the gifts. I have a link in the description box below for PayPal, and also Zelle Pay is super easy. You can go to zellpay.com. It's completely free. It's better than PayPal in many ways, and you don't have to. There's no delay in payments and all that kind of stuff. And also have my normal PO box. If you're able to give, please, we could definitely use it all the time, whether this is the time or not. If this is the time, it's about to change. If it's not, then we're going to go a little bit longer. We'll see. But I'm so confident with this right now, I can't even say. Hopefully this blew your mind. I think it's one of my best works ever. If you agree, let me know. I made a phenomenal case. I really did. I'm so thankful for what the Lord's shown me. So he gives all the glory, all the credit, and I'm just his servant. So thank you, Lord Jesus. You're awesome. And I just want to thank everybody who's ever helped me and prayed for me, or any positive thing with this ministry, this thing. By the way, if you contribute at all, or if you any kind of positive things to this ministry whatsoever, prayed or anything, the Lord's brought several people to me that have come to him already, not to mention the thousands he's promised from warning, and when this stuff starts changing and all that stuff, they're going to realize that what's really going on and what he said through me is actually happening. Oh, and then I want to say for sure that linked in the top of comments, pinned to the top of comments is the whole, I forgot to mention that earlier. Glad I didn't forget. Pinned to the top of comments is the whole timeline of events. Because I wasn't going to include it on here. There's just too much stuff to say, and it kind of changes here and there as my understanding changes a little bit. But I'm going to pin to the top of comments as soon as I can all the timing of events, starting with the first day to the last day, and what all the predictive program, everything shows me so far. So if you want to know what's coming, what I'm predicting is coming, again, it's my very best guess and estimate of what's coming based on what I know, what the Lord showed me, and all the predictive program and Johnstown and everything else. So, okay, I'll leave it at that. It's been the longest video I've ever done, maybe, and definitely the most comprehensive. So I'm so thankful. Thank you, and God bless all of you. And this is Exalted Lamb 1, over and out.